Damn, what happened to our intro girl?
Did she forget?
Oh no, her mic is off. She might be talking, but her mic is off. We back. We back. We back. We back. Open panel discussions.
All
Also,
right.
oh, you here? You are here. You are here. Where we at? Where we at? Where we at? Where's that? All right, what's up with y'all? What's up with y'all, man?
Not too much.
Not
Man,
too
today was a
much.
day.
Today was a day, another day, right?
Today was a day.
Oh, that was Mark. Okay.
How about you guys?
Uh, another day, another penny.
Man, Jay, how about I was called a jigaboo by a 3-year-old, a white one,
Oh
at Big
wow,
Lots
Wow. That's
dang.
wild.
a couple days ago. Yeah, it happened.
Wonder where
Burnt
they
No,
hair,
learned
his
that
face
from.
was red. Oh, they were so embarrassed.
Wonder where he learned it from. Or
Exactly.
her.
That's a learned behavior. I forgot what a jigaboo was at one point.
That's definitely a learned behavior.
Nobody uses that anymore. Yeah.
Right. That's an old head. That's old head lingo right there.
Nobody uses that. And she was like, my mommy says that jigaboos are always funny. And you're funny. I'm like, what? Okay. No, I
Wow.
pointed to my little name tag and I said, no, my name is Sharice.
Wow.
I'm not a jigaboo. No. Oh. But here's your bag, sweetheart. Did you find everything okay today?
That's
I didn't
wow.
know what else to say.
Was it a boy or a little
Golly.
boy or a little girl?
It was a little girl. It was a little girl. Her name
Oh
was
man.
Lily. She made sure she told me her name was Lily.
oh, Lily
Hmm.
And she
tripping.
was a nice little sweet
You said
girl.
Lily
But
tripping.
I'm like, golly.
Man, Lily is tripping.
She said, my mommy said jigaboos are always nice. And they're funny. They're always funny. I said, what?
Wow.
Okay.
Hmm. That's
A
crazy.
jigaboo.
How
Hmm.
did she? How did she say it though? Like, what did you?
Well,
What did
you
you?
know
What
how
did you say?
3-year-olds
What
speak.
did you say to make the
I
kids say
barely
that?
understood what she said, but when I caught on to it, I said, no, sweetheart, my name is Sharice. I'm not jigaboo.
No, I mean like in the initial conversation. How did it? What?
Okay,
How
well,
did the
first off, they
conversation
came
go?
up to the counter
Yeah.
and I'm checking them out. And
Yeah.
I said, hi, sweetheart, because I try to make all the kids feel like, they're having a good time when they come shopping. Because me growing up, I couldn't stand Big Lots.
Right.
Not a Big Lots, not a Gabriel Brothers, not a Kmart. I didn't like any of the stores. It was not fun for me. But if I try to make them feel like it's a good time, maybe they'll come back.
Yeah.
But I'm like, how was did you find everything okay? And she said, I like candy. I'm like, okay, sweetheart. I see you got candy. I'm ringing her out. I'm ringing her out. And I said, here's your bag, sweetie. And they're like, she's, I'm like, she's, hold on one second, y'all.
Who's that? Who the heck is Pound Cake P?
Oh, that's my homie from Akron.
Okay.
My
Hey
bad, you
everybody,
guys.
what's
But
going
yeah,
on?
Hey, how you
Um,
doing, Miss Pound Cake?
I'm all right. It's my first time doing this. I feel special.
hi, Pound Cake.
Hello, hello.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. What's your
Girl,
name?
I was just telling everybody how it was called the Jigaboo the other day.
Oh Lord,
Uh-huh.
that's terrible.
That happened.
Oh,
But no, she
were they a jigaboo themselves or?
no, these is pure T white people.
Oh yeah. That,
Mm.
Hmm.
I have never been white to my life, for real. Like to the jigaboo.
You in the Matrix like a motherfucker.
Listen here. I felt like I was back in the 1950s.
Yeah.
I said, what now?
Wait.
But the little girl, she was so sweet though. She was so okay. So Pound Cake, let me tell you something. I didn't get called a jigaboo by grown people. It was a whole 3-year-old.
Wait. Where'd she even get that term from?
Right?
Exactly.
That's learned
Oh,
That's what
lingo.
I'm
She got that from an
saying.
old head.
It's a
that's
learned behavior, and her parents were right there, and their faces turned so red because you know how they get flushed when they
uh
get embarrassed.
very much so.
And so their faces got so red, but I kept my demeanor, and I'm over here smiling and, just making sure that I don't lose my job. And also, I don't want this little girl to grow up and think that black people are bad.
Right.
Yeah, we can be nice too,
Yeah. Oh,
despite what your parents have taught you about a jigaboo.
yeah. It takes
Mm.
a lot, but it is a kid, so
Hmm.
Nigga, what?
It's
Nigga,
crazy.
boo?
Jigga who and jigga what?
they must have been watching white.
Nigga who? Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Mm.
that happened to you though.
Mhm.
Did her parents apologize?
No,
Yeah.
not at all. They grabbed their bags and they left expeditiously.
Said,
Let's get out of here right now.
They said, "We out of here." Yeah, you didn't
Larry,
embarrass us, little girl.
Larry, if
You
you
didn't
see a
have to repeat
jigaboo,
what
you
we
can't
taught you.
call him a jigaboo.
Not a jigaboo.
It was crazy,
Yeah, that's
but yeah,
yeah.
I
That's
think I handled it well though.
that everybody.
Oh, you definitely handled it well.
Some people would have spazzed out. Had I been some other person, I probably would have lost my job that day. I would have jumped over that counter. But no, I said, you know what, sweetheart, it's okay. And I gave
I
her a
definitely
sticker
would have
too.
laughed.
Oh, I gave her a sticker.
I would have fucking laughed. I would have laughed my ass off because this little girl just called
You
me a
know what? Me
jigaboo.
too. That's what I did. I smiled the whole time.
Cause you
I
Mm.
just
probably would
I
have laughed
wasn't
because I
getting.
would have been shocked.
She wasn't getting no sticker though. That's
Mm-mm.
what
Well, it's not her fault though. I didn't give the parents a sticker. I gave her one.
I know, but I'd have had to teach her. She would have had to learn
Teacher,
from
what?
somebody.
That I am a jigaboo.
Mm-mm.
No, I know how to be
No.
nice, and no, all of us are not. Just because our skin is a little bit browner than yours doesn't mean that we're ignorant and we
No.
are, no. I
You
was
ain't
trying to
have to
teach
be
that little
mean.
girl that, you know,
Nah, I ain't say be mean to her, but I ain't rewarding her for bad behavior either.
well, she didn't know it was bad. She didn't know it was bad.
Oh,
She
she
was
was
just
gonna
She
learn
gonna
it
learn that
regurgitating
today.
day.
whatever her
you gonna
parents
learn
told her.
today. You gonna learn
She was
today.
gonna learn today.
I
Well,
might
she
have.
did learn. She learned that black people are okay. And
Yeah,
I
I'm probably
told her come back.
like that's
And
what you.
she said, "Okay, I can't wait." Okay, well, good. Yeah, her parents probably ain't gonna bring her back, but it's okay.
Yeah, you right. Like that's what y'all teaching her.
Hmm.
Mm.
No, I wouldn't
Thing
have
is, I
spazzed on
can't
her.
teach a parent how to be a parent.
Yeah,
Only thing I can do is,
ain't nothing wrong with pointing it out though.
oh well, not on the. Listen, I'm
Yeah,
trying to make the shmoneys.
I feel
Yeah.
it.
I can get it.
I can't get fired. Okay, so I'm like,
Oh, he does
but what I can do is make sure that this little girl knows that black people are okay.
Mm-hmm.
We ain't jigaboos though. We got names, and
Right.
I pointed to my name. This is my name.
I'm not gonna. That come from home, but it's a lot of countries who think that too. Like, just black is evil because of what we are portrayed in the mainstream media and movies and shit like that, and how the news, like, what the first thing, 6 African American males killed today, and like that's all they say and shit. So these motherfucking countries like India and shit like that. My dude, he's from India. He's like, man, my parents always warned me about black people because they said y'all was evil and shit like this. But that's all he fuck with is black people. Because he like, man, that shit is a fucking lie. He like, people gonna be people. Black, white, somebody gonna be a dickhead. It don't matter what your color is. You just gonna be a dickhead at the end of the day. But everybody ain't a dickhead.
Yeah.
No.
What you think about saying, hey, sweetie, you shouldn't call people a jigaboo. That's not all right. That's not a good thing to call people in front of her parents. How you feel
Yeah.
about that?
I'm all for it.
Okay.
I'm all for it. Like, don't say that, little girl. Your parents gotta teach you not to say that.
I was trying to say it nice, like, Reese all nice with it. I'm trying to do an impersonation.
I was
of her.
trying to be nice. I was
Okay.
like, no, sweetie. I pointed to my little name tag. I said, no, my name is Sharice. I'm not a jigaboo. And their faces got so red.
You handled it like the HR videos that you got to watch. Like, what would you do in this situation? This is how you should handle it. That's how you handled it, like the HR video.
That's how I said.
I ain't doing
hit her with the hey, you should not call people that. Not saying mean or nothing, but make sure you let her know.
Like, hey, little girl, don't say that.
You shouldn't say that to people, as opposed to like, oh no,
I gave her a sticker only because she continued the conversation. That 3-year-old said more to me than her own parents.
What I'm getting to is her parents ain't teachers, so she gotta learn from somebody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? You know how what they say, kill them with kindness? Mm-hmm. That would have been more of a message that her parents would have picked up on with more than she did. You know what I mean? You could have said it to her real nice, but it would have been kind of like talking to her parents. You know what I mean? Yeah. That would have hit them.
I showed her parents.
It would have been pretty much like,
I was the one happy. They were the ones pissed off. They left.
Yeah, they're like, oh shit, Lily then said it in public.
Mm-hmm. Lily, that's
why they.
I hope that she did not get a whooping or whatever, or get told off when she got in the car. Because poor Lily, being good and being nice to a black jigaboo.
She ain't
No, but she got that from them. So pretty much all they said was, probably once they got to the car, was,
you can't say that in public.
Don't call them that to their face, or don't say it in public. You know what I mean?
Oh, right. Lord. I thought I did something good. I thought I taught that girl a lesson.
That's our private word, Lily. That's what they said. That's our private word.
You handled it. You handled it right.
That's our private word, Lily.
I thought I did.
That's just
right.
I don't know what's worse.
That at the store.
Like,
a
kid saying that, or like an older person saying that.
She was 3, and she put up 4 fingers, and she was like, I'm 3, and she put up 4 fingers. I said, oh, baby, put one down.
You know how the nerve.
There you go, you 3.
My name's Sharice. She can't read that.
Right.
No, but I wanted to show her that it didn't start with a B or a J.
Period.
It ain't a jigaboo. Ain't no boo in there. It's just Sharice. Here we go. And I'm going to give you a sticker because you so nice, girl. You cool. You all right with me. I don't know about your parents, but it's okay. That's what I was thinking. So, yeah.
You did good. You did good.
For sure. All right.
Well, thank you, girl. Shoot.
She just went in the car like, she went in the car like, Mom, Dad, she's not a jigaboo, but she's nice. She's nice too.
Well, she's
Oh
She's
my
nice.
goodness.
jigaboo.
I hope not.
You just don't say it
Well,
out
yeah.
loud.
She's nice and funny, just like Jigaboos, huh?
That was a
Oh
good jiggle.
Lord.
She was a good one.
Oh man. Now y'all making me feel bad.
No, you shouldn't feel bad. I was just saying, I would have tried to make her parents feel bad, though. I ain't gonna lie. I
That's
might
why
not have been able to take that as well as you.
I That's what y'all be saying at home.
Yeah.
Right. All right, y'all. Let's jump
There
into
we
it.
go.
We went over to Sonya Macy yesterday, right? Then I ran across this on Twitter earlier. Check this out. Let me kill the sound.
Sonya Massey by the police in Springfield, Illinois. But did y'all know that her 4-year-old cousin, Terrell Miller, was also unalived by police in March? In fact, the day after Sonya Massey's body cam footage came out, it was announced that the police officer that shot and unalived Terrell Miller was not going to be facing any charges or discipline. They are using Sonya Massey to cover up this announcement. Nick Gock also did not attempt to do any first aid on the 4-year-old that he had just unalived in the chest. And here's the thing, Lieutenant Nick Gock also knew Terrell's mother. He had been trying for years to hassle her. Here's what happened that night. On March 16th, Terrell's mother's highly intoxicated ex-boyfriend strong-armed his way into their home, telling her that if he couldn't have her, nobody could. He proceeded to spend hours essaying her at knife point. When the police were finally called, they spent 10 minutes outside of the door, not attempting to come in. Lieutenant Nick Grock was the superior on scene who made that call. When they finally broke down the door, they found Kiana on the floor in a puddle of her own blood. She started screaming, "Save my baby, save my baby." At that point, when she said that, he held the weapon to her, the woman bleeding out on the floor. Instead of neutralizing the man holding a knife, they let him walk across the room into the child's bedroom. When he appeared, he was holding 4-year-old Terrell Miller in his arms with a knife against his throat and against his stomach. And with no regard for the child's safety, Nick Grock fired through Terrell, unaliving both he and the perpetrator in one bullet. The body cams will be released next week, probably Monday. When Kiana woke up in the hospital, she was informed that her son did not make it. She then had to recover from 27 incisions from that knife. There will be a protest in Macomb Monday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Sonya Massey's killer is in prison. Terrell's killer is not. And I'm going to be covering this story hard this week. So please say Terrell's name for Sonya's sake.
What the fuck?
That's crazy.
What the fuck? So it makes sense. So them don't hurt her when they came to the door.
But here goes something even deeper than that. I'm about to show this real fast because I had to find it. I couldn't find a lot on that topic actually, but here's one of the only news clips that I found on it right here.
Friends, family, and activists held a rally to support the mother of the 4-year-old boy killed in Macomb last month. Mehdi Franz shows us how that boy was and how his family is coping with his loss.
A young boy taken too soon.
There's no words you can put on it. We're still stunned and numbed right now.
Terrell Miller was shot by a Macomb police officer during a domestic dispute. The boy was used as a human shield by 57-year-old Anthony George. Both were killed by the same bullet.
It's a really hard thing because you're a parent, you work with kids, you see children, and for it to be a 4-year-old child, innocent child.
April Dawn Smith is a friend of the family and longtime community member.
I knew Terrell when he was in his mom's belly. I knew his mom when she was a little bitty girl.
She remembers Terrell as a sweet kid who loved trains and Spider-Man.
He never gave you any difficulties or negative behavior. He was just a really, really happy child. He was a miracle baby because we never thought that Kiana could have children. And then when she got pregnant with Terrell, we were just ecstatic and excited.
Terrell's uncle Marlon Jackson says he seemed like an old soul.
It's like he already been here before, you know. By him being 4 years old, it's like he already seen a lot of life already, maybe 100 years already.
In the months since his passing, the community has rallied around his mother, Kiana. They raised $3,000 for her during a cookout at the end of March.
And it was really nice because we were only asking like $10, $15 for different plates, and people were donating like $80 for one plate.
I'm kind of proud of Macomb for actually making this happen for real.
But as the family waits for answers from the investigation, April says people should follow Terrell's example.
The main thing that we're trying to get people to understand is smile, because he always had a big smile on his face.
In Macomb, Maddie France, WQAD News 8.
We reached out to the Illinois State Police. As of Friday afternoon, there were no updates that they could share about the investigation.
So that little boy was her nephew.
That's crazy.
See, I can't find anything to say that. I found the story though, but I don't see anything about them like relation at all.
The relationship on it.
Yeah.
You know what else? What else I heard today? I don't know if it's facts. Is that homegirl was in the mental institution, right? And what's dude's name? Sean, the pig that killed her. His wife works at that mental institution, and they had already had previous interactions before.
I heard that too.
Yep. Yep, they had already had previous interaction before. And I was looking at
this.
So when he was talking to her on the couch, telling her to get her ID and stuff, I was looking at Black Dot's podcast, right?
Right.
And he pointed out that when he was talking to her, he actually turned his body cam off. That was that toot that you heard, but old boy's body cam was still on. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like the rabbit hole is getting pretty deep with this situation, man.
Yeah. That shit blew my mind.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
I just feel like if she were to throw that fucking water on you, you would still be here. You wouldn't die behind that. You would have burned. You would have went to the burn unit. They'd have gave you some ointment. You would still be here. For you to burn her face, you gonna shoot her nowhere else.
Right. But then even look at the distance between him and her.
Right.
That's what I was on yesterday.
Her and them, like
she wasn't gonna be able to throw that water like that.
Not at all. It wasn't gonna reach them. Not
but
at
they
all.
keep saying the pot of water wasn't even in her hand at the time. It was the pot holder.
It wasn't. Yeah. When she went down, she had 2 pot holders in her hand when she went down.
That's crazy.
She had
and then gonna make the comment when he go outside, yeah, fucking crazy bitch. After you killed her?
He pretty much talked himself to the penitentiary.
He definitely did.
Talked himself. Yeah.
Why?
He talked himself into the yard with that little snicker. It's a headshot. Don't worry, don't get the kid. Don't waste the kid.
Yeah.
Shot. She's out here. And going outside, oh man, that fucking bitch was crazy. You know what I mean? You talked yourself into the penitentiary, dude. You didn't show no compassion. You could already tell that she was a little bit mentally off. You know what I mean? Yeah. So you should have came with a lot more compassion instead of being so aggressive and just ignorant like that, man.
What I can say though, they got his ass up out of there quick as fuck.
ASAP.
You know, with that George Floyd shit, it took them a little minute. With her, nah, fuck that. We not even about to have another one of these moments. You gotta.
And with the George Floyd situation, if I ain't mistaken, I think they just ended up putting him on administrative leave, but they fired old boy. They got him up out of there
quickly.
Quick.
Fuck that.
Yep, quick. But remember we were talking about how he worked in
I was gonna say it was this past too though. The guy
how he worked in six different agencies in the past 4 years. You know who hired him at this agency? How he got put on this one? His father-in-law.
Nepotism.
There you go. His father-in-law. Like he should have never been in no type of law enforcement whatsoever. You know what I mean?
I just want to know why the fuck was he so aggressive when she said, "I rebuke you"? That motherfucker instantly turned into a demon.
Didn't he?
Your motherfucking face right now. Like, damn.
Didn't he? Now the only thing I've been thinking about that, like, damn, why he flip out when she said that? The only thing that I could think that came to his mind when that happened was
the power of Christ compels you.
Right, but you know when most people say I rebuke you, they throwing water, they throwing holy water. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
maybe he's thinking like, oh, she really about to throw this. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I was saying. Like he like,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
Man, he was thinking too much into it.
He
No,
was, but at the end of
he
the day,
didn't like the fact that she said anything about God or any higher power. Like that boy came in there on a mission and it wasn't holy at all.
It was not.
I said that yesterday. No, he came in there on a mission and it wasn't to keep the peace.
It was not. Wasn't help the people, none of that shit.
Not at all. Not at all.
And she said it so calm. She didn't say it aggressive. She was like, oh, well, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. Like, it wasn't how aggressive he was.
Yeah, but even her body language, like outside of her, like her oratorical dialect and the way she was saying it, her body language wasn't even aggressive. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, all she said is, hey, what you doing? I'm just trying to get away from that boiling water. So I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. What'd you say? I rebuke you in the name of Jesus.
Right.
You better not, I'll shoot you in. You know what I'm saying?
That was too much. In your face to
in
even
your face.
say that.
In your face.
Do it.
Yeah.
Whole entire face.
Yeah.
Wait,
Regardless of
not once.
Regardless of what she said, man, all he had to do was take a couple of steps back.
That's it.
As opposed
all
to
he had to do was not even be in there.
Look, though, he didn't even have to take no steps back, bro, because where he was already at, he was in the safe zone. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
The distance between him and her, he was already in the safe zone.
Yeah, it was a very distance.
I'm just saying, if this is just a natural instinct, if you ever feel like you're actually really in danger, the first thing you're gonna do is back away from it. Like that's what. So what I'm saying is, he never felt like he was in danger. I feel like he was just doing something that he wanted to do in the first place. Like I don't think he was ever scared that she was gonna throw that water on him. Like he walked towards her. He just was looking for an excuse. You know what I'm saying? He just wanted to catch him a free body. And
what he thought was going to be a free body.
Yeah, it turns out he got to pay for it.
He did. He like, I done been through all these precincts. I'm at another one up, so I'm good. It was my father-in-law.
My father-in-law, the captain in this joint. I'm good. I'm gonna have
right. No, you're not. You're not, sir.
Yeah, no, you're not. No, you're not. It ain't going down like that.
And we not having that shit.
In his mind, he thought he had one.
Did y'all hear about the motherfucking judge? The judge that told the fucking teen boys, this was like in 2022, they caught her on camera. It was a graduation party, and there was some kids who was invited, and then some kids who wasn't invited. But I guess it was a fight that broke out. And in the middle of the fight, one of the black kids dropped their keys in the yard, and she was all this fuck. Like, I'll shoot one of them. I don't care. If they come over here, we have to them. They're not that smart anyway. They're not going to business or what you say? They ain't going to business something about them going to college. But yeah, they about to get her up out of there. I mean, she said, they come over here.
It happens all the time.
Where was this at?
Fuck, what was her name? Her name is Erin Gall.
Erin Gall.
Gall. ERINGALL. Yep.
And she was ready to shoot the kids.
No, she said she was. If they come over here, we have the right to shoot them. Like she was so cocky with it.
Yeah, she was ready to shoot the kids.
Yeah. And said if she found they putting them in the trash.
Oh, no, she didn't.
Like if you want them off your property so bad, why not just give them the motherfucking keys if you find them?
Right.
That makes no sense.
Her Sonia Macy's kids and family spoke out today. Her son, man, it's a sad situation, man.
It really is.
Super sad situation, man. Let's get into it.
If you're there, have both of them come to address what they was told, and then at the very end, we'll have questions after you hear from all the family members. Jimmy, why don't you go first?
The first thing I want to say is all lives matter. Black lives matter. When I got to the scene, the officer notified me that it was under investigation. We knew that she had problems with her neighbor. Not once was I told that the officer did it. They tried to make me believe that it was a neighbor or somebody that did it. And then the message got to the hospital that it was a self-inflicted injury. We don't understand how that message got passed out, especially from a sheriff department that's supposed to be professional, legitimate. How do you get that confused? If you that confused, you don't need that job, because that is one thing you cannot get confused. Self-inflicted and you're doing it to somebody is two different statements. And they made me believe that somebody else did it to her. And they made the hospital believe that. That's all I'm gonna say.
Can you tell just simply, when you talk about the hospital, where did you hear that from?
I'm not gonna say her name, but my friend works at the hospital. When she realized that was my BM, she called me because she was concerned about no family showing up. It was too much time.
That nigga say BM?
I mean, been notified. And she heard the police telling the nurses she killed herself. How do you get confused? How do you get confused with you saying I shot her or she shot herself? To me, that's a cover up from the get-go. It wasn't until the doctor came back and made the statement, this is not self-inflicted, this is a homicide. Then this true statement came out that it's an officer involved shooting.
Okay.
Hello. So I was the first family member on the scene. I'm her cousin Shadia. And when we arrived on scene, we were trying to figure out what happened. We asked the officer what was going on. Did they recover camera footage? Because my cousin had cameras at her house. And we were looked at like they didn't know what was going on. They laughed at us. I was confused. I didn't know. I went there from answers because I thought that someone came into the home to kill her. They didn't inform us or our family at all.
And now we will have Malachi and Miss Donna. Okay, she can. Okay, but Malachi, who was her oldest child, her son, who was the next of kin.
You got to go kill some
Well,
cops.
they told me, I got a call from the hospital, actually. I never got a call from the police or whatever. But they told me that my mom, I got shot in the eye and it came out her neck. And they didn't tell me who. They were just saying somebody. They never would tell me who. They just kept on saying someone shot her. They would never tell me who shot my mom, though. So, and I think I was the first person to find it out, too. I had to go tell my grandma myself. That's all I can say.
And you kept asking who?
Yeah, and they wouldn't tell me at all. They wouldn't.
Thank you, Malachi. We know how hard this is on you and Summer. Mr. Wilburn, do you want to say anything before we take questions?
I want to say again, I'm calling for the sheriff's resignation because I think it's a culture to treat this family this bad, to call these lies. If it were not for that camera footage, we as a people, they would have lied and they'd have lied their way right out of this. So he needs to resign. So no matter who of his emissaries try to come and talk to me, I'm not going to talk to anybody unless my attorney's with me, because you will never twist anything I said. I'm very clear and I'm very eloquent. He needs to resign.
Thank you, Mr. Wilborn. Obviously, you can hear the passion in his voice. A family who lost their daughter and their mother, their loved one. So to be clear, we want this matter to be cleared up, be investigated, so the family can have answers to how certain things unfolded. If somebody, well, you listen to it for yourself. If somebody did try to suggest it was self-inflicted, then we need to know who. And there needs to be accountability. This was important to the family to have these matters investigated. So we look to the authorities to do a thorough investigation on each and every aspect of what led to the killing, and the aftermath of the killing. We think justice requires such. With that, we will continue to say her name, Sonia Massey. We will continue to say justice for Sonia Massey. We will continue to fight for justice for Sonia Massey. We don't want it to be swept under the rug. We don't want another Laquan McDonald. We were very clear with the governor on that. Charges, we can't be satisfied with just charges in the Black community. We've seen it too many times. If we forget about it, a year from now, even if the jury came back and found guilty, if we're not vigilant, you'll get the Laquan McDonald treatment, where they'll give him a slap on the wrist and give.
Man, Ben Crump, not to make light of the situation, but he like an ambulance chaser, ain't he?
Mm-hmm.
Any open and shut case, he on it. He there, he on it.
He's tired.
Yeah. It's an open and shut case. He is on it.
Yeah,
I wasn't going. I don't want to say too much or nothing, but how can I say this? I think being that they know who did it, dude is already incarcerated for doing it. I mean, he lost the job. It's like it's something more going on, bro. Like, what are they trying to get accomplished now? You know what I mean?
Like, as far as the family?
I mean, yeah, they don't need to be on TV. They gonna get their civil suit and all of that. I mean, that's all that. Like, I'm talking about far as putting this in the media. So, because you see, this is about to be the big thing. You see, they starting to bring back them phrases from, last go round. Say her name, man. You know what I mean? He kind of threw in the Black Lives Matter. It's like,
I said, Black Lives Matter. He like, I got to call them a BM. And I'm like, wait a minute,
know what I'm
this nigga just
saying?
say the BM?
Yeah, it's something else going on. They making this.
And this shit really happened like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah,
just released.
So it's something else. Yeah. And now all of a sudden it's flooding TikTok and YouTube, like we on there now. You know what I mean? It's
a distraction.
But I wonder how did
that's what
the
I'm
body
saying.
cam
What is
get released so fast?
All of this is happening.
How the footage get released so fast?
Yeah, because look at from the shooting of the 4-year-old that happened on March 31st. They didn't release the footage to that yet.
Yeah. Right. Talking about some week. Like, how you know that?
Yeah, and it's the same state. You know what I mean?
Right. I don't know. It could be a little distraction.
Yeah, but what
they was getting tired with Diddy shit. Like, all right, let's try something else. They tired of that.
Right. Right.
That's some bullshit, though. When is Black people gonna stop being pawns?
Man, y'all think we too far gone for that?
I actually ate with somebody in my inbox earlier about how he voting for Trump and all this, and I mean, we both agreed to disagree, but it's like his whole outlook was Trump made sure we had money. Trump made sure, but god damn, the racial divide once he became president was wild.
Definitely was wild.
Like, we motherfuckers was racist, but it's like once he got in office, motherfuckers like, oh yeah, in your face now, nigga. Like,
they came out the bushes with it. It wasn't no more passive. It was like,
they was real aggressive.
Yeah.
I would like to know where this white man, this white millionaire, billionaire came from, and how is it okay for him to lead anybody?
Who, Trump?
I get it. The Simpsons, they predicted it. Cool. But at the same time, where this man come from?
Man.
Who put him in there? Who said it was okay?
And the motherfucker was like, Obama wasn't for Black people. Like, oh, okay.
And where did Obama come from? You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody heard from him. Ain't nobody knew who he was. Everybody just knew that he was white. I mean, he was Black.
Yeah, he was
with a white mama. That's all they knew. And I'm like, what?
Yeah, they got. We was excited as fuck. Black man running.
Who? Not me.
They said Obama was related to all of the presidents except for like 2 or 3, I believe.
Hello.
Yeah, all the presidents, everybody that's been in office has been related, pretty much.
Wow.
Yeah, they all family.
Oh, okay.
Except who?
Let's see.
Trump.
Except Trump. What?
Look,
Lord have mercy.
y'all realize though, or somebody shit echoing pretty bad.
It sounds like it's mine. I'm not stop that shit.
Somebody got it on their TV.
That might be what it is, or a different device. If you could hear it, you could
I
definitely
didn't gave.
back in.
All right, but check it out though.
Yeah.
I heard Pound Cake say it was a racial divide when Trump got in office. Y'all realize like the black people are the ones that created the racial divide. Everybody say Trump is racist. I just have one question. Can you tell me one thing or one instance or one phrase or something that he said that was racist?
When he was doing that motherfucker. Like, look at my African.
What?
Not to be silly, but when he said that was fucking weird. Like, what the fuck?
When he said what?
Look at my African over there. Or like when he said the shit about black jobs. Like, what the fuck do that shit mean?
Huh. Did you happen to watch that any of that speech or whatever outside of the clips?
I didn't. To be honest, I'm really not into politics like that. I just look at my little shit, hear my little shit, give my little opinion, but I'm really not into politics. I never have been.
And no, I'm not trying to be offensive to you, but most black people aren't. And it goes like to what we was talking about yesterday, man. It's easy for people to play on our emotions because of that. They know we don't really read into policies and nothing like that. So we don't even know, outside of the fact that everybody say Trump is racist and all of that, nobody else really knows why he should or shouldn't be president. Most black people don't. A lot of I ain't gonna say most, but a lot of black people don't even know why. They don't even know why they don't like him. They just don't like him because it's like shit. We for our people, we easily trigger, and the thing is, we ain't supposed to like him. But most of us don't even really know why we don't like him. Like I said, I can name a shitload of stuff that Biden said and did that was really racist. That was real messed up. But everybody that don't like Trump, I ask them. That's the one thing I ask them. Like, name me one thing or name something that he said that was racist.
Can I?
And no, a lot of times they can't.
Can I?
What's that?
Outside of the Central
All
Park
right.
5.
Outside of what?
I just want to.
Outside of the Central Park 5.
But does that matter though?
But look, even the Central Park 5, right? That was more of a business situation. That's like, all right, you got, you just trying to do some shit for business. You know what I mean? Clout type of shit. So,
But
you know what I mean? To make yourself see.
Central Park didn't affect his hotels and shit.
No, but what it was more of a clout. That's why I said it was like a clout thing. Like, oh, I'm behind it. These people did whoopie whoopie whoop. So I'm going to show my support by doing this. But the one thing, even with that being said, and I remember, I think we was talking about it before, and I said that Like some, outside of that, the Central Park 5 thing. And even with that, the Central Park 5 thing, nobody ever mentions the fact that those their parents told them to plead guilty.
Yeah, but his parents didn't tell Trump to do all that shit.
I know, but what I'm saying is what I'm saying though, them pleading guilty set all of that in motion.
He was doing that before they even went to trial though. Before they even pled out, he was on that. Before they even pled, like as soon as it happened.
When he took out the ad and put it in the newspaper, you talking about?
When it happened? They didn't even plead yet. They were still in the county jail.
Yeah.
And it could be Photoshop, but what about them pictures of him kicking it with the Ku Klux Klan?
Man, I've been waiting to speak.
That was
Hello.
That wasn't the Ku Klux Klan. That was them.
Yeah. When he gathered all them white people to go raid the Capitol.
Man,
what was that? He had all them white. He has a really big influence on these people.
And that's my
point.
He
support him.
Stop it. He don't do nothing to stop it.
And he don't do nothing exactly.
He does nothing.
That.
Did y'all watch that?
Because it's like.
Would y'all have happened to watch that speech though? Before that happened.
You said what?
Did either one of y'all watch the speech he gave before that happened, before they went to the Capitol?
Did he give a speech?
Man, he was all on Twitter.
No, I'm talking about when he was at the Capitol. When he was at the Capitol, did y'all watch or hear any of that speech?
They ain't give us a chance to watch anything other than a bunch of people getting bombarded in the Capitol.
Nah, you could, if you wanted to, you could have watched it. I watched it. He said he told them not to do that.
What?
So
he gonna tell them to do it, and then he gonna tell them not to do it. That don't make sense.
He didn't tell them to do anything.
Hey,
yeah, all right.
Was he on motherfucking TV like, I think all of them should be prosecuted? That is unacceptable. Did he say anything like that?
He was talking about the people in the what you call it, what was he calling it, Jay? Pretty much he was talking about the politicians though, and they were white. That ain't had nothing to do with race or nothing.
But I'm saying, after they stormed the Capitol, did he say anything along the lines of that was completely unacceptable and everybody should be charged? We can't have that. Like, did he say anything along those lines?
Yeah.
He did?
Yeah. He did.
He ain't go on them like he did that Central Park 5.
Oh, thank you.
That's where you going with it. Yeah, he ain't go on them like that. He ain't going in on them like that.
And
they two feathers off of the same bird, man. Like I ain't.
Who, him and Kamala?
Absolutely, and neither one of them good for our people. And I can't stick up for no.
I'm not up her. I ain't one of them.
All right, this is my thing. Remember what I said? I said it yesterday. My thing is the fact that they go so hard and they spend so much time trying. This shit ain't cheap, you feel me? To where everybody is against this one person, right? And they trying to make us all be against this person. That kind of make me more curious, you know what I'm saying? Because the Democratic Party, man, it don't do anything good for us either. You know what I mean? It's bad for us, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? So for them to spend so much time just going against this person. It's like, why? Like, and to ignore all of the like okay, like Biden. Man, this dude got a history of saying some of the most racist shit, doing some of the most racist shit. This people still in prison because of him and the racist shit he was on. Same thing with Kamala Harris. And all of a sudden it's like people just seem to forget about all of that. And then they do shit like, to me, it's offensive for you to like to say, if you don't vote for me, you ain't black, right? People ignore that, but how you just brought up him saying the black jobs, you know what I mean? It really ain't too much of a difference with that. But if you were to watch that whole thing, it was a lot. I was just saying this yesterday. It was a lot more said in that speech before that, and which led to be, you know what I'm saying, before he said the black jobs and this and that and the third, but they just cut that part.
Clickbait. It just gonna get our attention.
Yeah, and it will. You know what I mean? You see, we talking about it now. You know what I mean? Trump, he's an asshole. You feel what I'm saying? I don't necessarily like none of them. You know what I mean? If you ask me personally, I don't care for either of them. I don't like Trump more of it just because of his attitude. But when you look at the policies, you know what I'm saying, the stuff that they're doing that's affecting us, and you look at Democrats, the shit that they do, bro, is just so messed up. Like, it's kind of like the one, like I said before, I think when you had the show with homegirl, I forget her name right now, excuse me for that, but like when you were saying, man, you came home, it's hard to deal with somebody that don't want to take care of themselves, right? We all feel like that. I'm pretty sure all of us feel like that. Don't nobody want to do nothing for somebody that don't want to help themselves, right? But it's like the Democratic Party, they want us to depend on them for everything. You know what I mean? And that right there it's a red flag for me. Like, why do y'all want me to depend on y'all so much? Because if I'm dependent on y'all, that's gonna lower that's gonna lower your ambitions to be able to do for yourself. You know what I mean? Where, like, I'm pretty sure we all know at least one or two girls that have kids for no other reasons but to get an extra check. You know what I mean? They like just that kind of shit. Is, you know what I mean? And to be able to get housing. So they break up their family. They ain't with their baby dads and shit because they ain't allowed there. You know what I'm saying? That kind of shit ruin. That type of shit right there is bad for black people.
Yeah,
you know what
I
I'm
don't
saying?
know. I don't know any females that have kids just for a check, but if they do, then regardless of who is in office, then if their mentality is that, then they're gonna do that regardless if the person is in office.
But if you give them incentive, if there's incentives to do shit like that, just to live like that, that's what I'm saying. Like, living like that is incentivized. You know what I mean? If you
Daddy 6 kids, we're
if
gonna
you
give you all
don't
the
make,
food stamps.
yeah, you're gonna get all the food stamps. Then they go and sell all of the food stamps. You know what I'm saying? Where it's chicks that just won't work. It's girls that won't work because sometimes I know some people that feel like it's more beneficial not to work than to actually get a job. Like, because if I don't work, then I got free health insurance. You know what I mean? I can get free child care. I can get, I can get food stamps and this and that and the third, as opposed to like going through the struggle that you might have to go through to not have to depend on anyone. You know what I'm saying? Or say you get it's incentives to not be with your child's father. You know what I mean? Shit, if I'm with this nigga, now I don't qualify for housing. You know what I'm saying? But they don't respect the men like they should. You know what I mean? I don't know how we got here talking about homegirl getting shot, but this just went all the way off the rails. But yeah, it just get
off high end, so it's all good.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
You know what I mean? It just, like I said, I don't agree with, I don't like either one of them, but I dislike one less, if that makes sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I would rather be around a group of people that's go-getters and ain't, you know what I'm saying, don't want to sit on their ass and wait for a check from, as opposed to people that's, oh, that's cool, you can get this check, you get more, the more kids you have, more food stamps and all that kind of shit. Like that makes some people lazy. You know what I mean?
I want
to, like a lot of these
who made us
young
like this
men,
though? Who makes those people like that? The government. Remember you was talking about red flags? The government, a whole government is a red flag to me because they want us to stay stagnant. Mm-hmm. They want us to be still. They want us to be under their thumb sometimes. So yeah, okay, well, you want to be on food stamps, guess what? Now you got to get a paternity test. You got to figure out who your baby's daddy is.
Yeah.
You got to drag him in there. He got to pay it now. And if he don't pay it, then guess what? He goes to jail.
And my thing
it's a whole bunch of little it's
like
a whole bunch of little cracks in the cement that people don't seem to get.
Like Trump, for instance, but the whole get up and go get it on your own, I like that more. I like that aspect of the conservative.
Well, that's in our character. That's in our DNA. We're supposed to get up and do that. I mean, if you don't do that, then I don't know. I don't know who raised you. But at the same time, it's like Trump ain't got nothing to do with that. Hmm? He doesn't have anything to do with what people do on their day to day.
See, and another thing too.
That's what I was saying. Regardless of who is in
don't run
it ain't
shit
in you.
like
It ain't in you.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. The president don't necessarily run none of that. He just the face of shit. It's your
I say all the time.
like the your governors and shit in your state are the ones that make the laws and shit in your state. You know what I mean? He just, like the face of all that shit. But at the end of that's why they can be in office for 30, 40 years and shit. The president only can be there but for so long. But the people that's running your state, they there forever. It seemed like, you know what I mean? The motherfuckers in office way too long. They need to get switched out, just like the president, if you ask me. So it don't matter if Trump the president or not. It's just, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't get, it's fishy to me that why are they trying, or why do they go through so much to make us all hate this motherfucker? You know what I'm saying? What you say?
I was about to say, hold on, but she just hit it. I think, Ree, you got another device or something playing, because whenever somebody talk, it'll echo, but then when you hit mute, you don't hear the echo no more. It's Sharice's. Okay.
Like, I tried my hardest. I swear to God, this is the most controversial thing to talk to when I'm talking to other Black folks. I would have not really liked to even have this discussion. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
It's hard. You know what I'm saying? Because it seemed like I come off like I'm a Trump supporter like that. I don't really support him, but it's more or less like, this nigga is fucked up. So what is it about the other guy why are y'all trying so hard to just make us ignore all of the messed up stuff these people do, and just, you feel me, and make us go to this one? You know what I'm saying? Like, so that kind of pushes me towards, like, let me see. That's why, like I said, that's why I sit and I watch the speeches. You know what I'm saying? So when I watch them, then I see, like, wait a minute. So what everybody is so worked up about, say Trump said this, if you watch the whole speech, you'll see, like, it was a lot of stuff said before that led to him saying whatever. And if you put it all together, it don't, you know what I'm saying? And you're able to understand the context of what he was talking about. It ain't got nothing to do. It's not racist. I haven't seen him say anything racist, me personally. That's why I asked everybody else. Like, maybe somebody just seen him or heard him say something that was racist. Like, and you know what I'm saying? Like, we got to go all the way back. We got to go all the way back to the Central Park 5 or something. You know what I mean? But these people, like, some of these people is just messed up. Like, you'll get somebody like Kamala, like talking about she was smoking weed, listening to Tupac and Snoop while she was in college, and they wasn't even out yet. Like, so it's like, okay, that was some bullshit. Like, why are you lying to me to try to get me to vote for you? Like, you know what I'm saying? If you really on your shit, you shouldn't have to lie about nothing. You should just be able to tell me factual shit, and that should be enough to get me to vote for you. Like, lying to me and shit like that, you lie to me one time, I can't really trust you after that. Like, now it's like, what the fuck? Why? Like, an unnecessary lie? You know what I'm saying? Like, that kind of stuff. Like, if you don't vote for me, you ain't black. Like, who says that, something like that to you? What kind of a white person say some shit like that to a black person? Like, you can't say that to me. Yeah, that's crazy. Like,
her crib is pasty pale, all of them. Everybody,
yeah.
Okay.
This motherfucker barely alive.
Man, ain't no melanin.
So now it's like, all right. So so when I took the emotion out of it, I'm like, all right, this is a corporation. Trump the better businessman. You feel what I'm saying? His past say he the better businessman. So now I'm gonna just go by that. Like, you know what I mean? He got where, that's why he's who he is. It's just off of him running business and, you know what I'm saying, making money, you know what I'm saying? So he can handle that part better. Like, than a lot of people, most people, like, at least the people that he's up against in office and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, just a lot of shit like that just make me wonder, like, make me distrustful of the other side.
I don't trust none
and
of them.
Then you go back and you know what I'm saying, and do research about it, and you learn that the first Republican Party was black people. We was the Republicans first. You know what I mean? They fucking went and, you know, did their thing to them and took over the Republican Party. You know what I'm saying? But it was still some white. It was like the white folks that how can I, like, some of the white folks, you know, it's always some white folks that's with the black people. So they couldn't, in those times, they couldn't do to the other white folks what they did to black folks. So it's still some Republicans that kept that party alive, for real. You know what I mean? So now you get all the snakes and shit on the Democratic side, like, and it's like they want us to be passive, like the whole night, like Martin Luther King and all that shit. Like, even him, after so long, he realized, like, wait a minute, like, I've been doing my people bad, like, by telling them to do this and all that, preaching peace and, you know what I'm saying, what you call it, the unity with them and all of that, to end segregation, all that. That was a bad mistake. You know what I'm saying? We should have we'd be better off. Like, I'd rather a white person tell me I don't fuck with y'all. Y'all stand on y'all side of the fence, and I stand on my side of the fence, as opposed to one that try to act like me, but go home and don't like me. They just they learn about me, and then go home, and now they know what to do. They know, you know what I'm saying? They know how to use shit against me because they learned it from me. You know what I mean? Like, you don't want to let they snakes. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to let the snakes in. And you know what I'm saying? I feel like I can, I'd rather a dog barking where I know to stay away from that motherfucker. If I ain't prepared to deal with it, I'm gonna stay away from it than to walk outside and, you know what I'm saying? It's rattlesnakes, you know what I'm saying? Without the rattlers on them, all in your grass. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what that shit is like. You know what I mean? When you get these Democrats like the ones that's trying to get us to vote for them, it's like, man, y'all ain't got our good intentions in mind for real. Y'all getting paid to, you know what I'm saying? Y'all sellouts for real. A lot of them motherfuckers are sellouts.
Or
you don't see her like shit. What's his name? Like my son. We ain't seen that nigga since George Floyd. Now this shit happened, he popping back out. Like, nigga, we ain't seen you in 4 years, bro. Like, let me see you on Funk Flex or something, bro. Go to Sway. Let me see you rap or something. Like, this shit ain't it, bro. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I
Y'all see
mean?
how much money Kamala Harris raised in 24 hours?
Yeah. Yeah.
A lot of that money was for what's her name though?
Who?
Biden.
Yeah, it got passed over.
Yeah.
A lot of that money was from the Divine Nine.
I mean, she's shaking shit up at the end of the day. He thought he had to compete with Biden, but she's like, nah.
Yeah, she's shaking shit.
Yeah, like got him shook for real. Like he spooked at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Who that?
Trump? He spooked.
Oh, yeah.
And then he just said a dumbass comment, or I guess it's an old clip, I don't know, but they on his ass about that shit, talking about some women with children shouldn't be able to vote or have the same rights as women with children. It was some stupid shit he said. They on his ass about that.
He gonna say some stupid shit, but fuck it.
We shall.
I think he's gonna get back in office though, because I look at it like this. If they say it's like 10 million more women than vote for men, right?
Yeah.
So if those women couldn't sway the vote towards Hillary when it was Hillary versus Trump to get that white woman in office to be the president, do y'all think
with the black lady?
Right, y'all think those white women is gonna sway the vote for a black woman to be in office?
Hell no.
Or for a so-called black woman to be in office?
Jack, can y'all hear me now?
Let's just be clear.
I'd like to say something.
In the world, period. Let's just put that out there. It don't matter who it is. They don't want that to happen. So that's why. And it might not happen with Kamala. However, she's shaking shit up because she got a different type of energy than Hillary had.
Yeah, she do. But you
know,
think
I see it. Fuck.
But do you think them good old boys want to be ran by a colored woman?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I heard that day. She's shaking shit up, but I just don't see it. They don't know motherfucking man want to bow down to a woman in charge. Let's be clear.
At the end of the day, right?
Oh, no man wants to have a woman in power.
Right.
Y'all be cool with that? Y'all be cool with y'all woman being in power?
I see over here.
So motherfuckers ain't definitely about to have her run the world. No, that's not happening.
Right.
It's kind of fucked up though, because y'all don't want to give us the opportunity.
Yeah. I mean, me personally, if I was in a relationship with a woman was a better business person, I wouldn't care.
Go run the business.
Yeah.
Make it successful.
Yeah. It's not many like you. You a unicorn.
Yeah, I wouldn't care if she was had a better business brain.
Yeah, like,
and that's cool. That's cool. That's what senators and Congress and shit is for. You know what I mean? To be in states, but that president have a little more power as far as controlling the armed forces and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And that's the part that I have a problem with the woman. You know, the emotions, they act more often. Like, especially in my household, you can handle shit and whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop, but you ain't gonna make these emotional decisions, because you'll have a nigga, you'll talk to people crazy, you'll have a motherfucker locked up, and then you'll be running the business for somebody else, because you'll get that man of the house either smoke or he end up having to do something to somebody and land himself in jail. So, like, as far as on some behind the scenes, take care of shit, but as far as dealing with people and dealing with matters that can get turned, you know what I'm saying, confrontational, that's the only part where I wouldn't want a woman controlling shit. Like that.
You can't say that about all women, though.
Not all of them. Hell no, not all of them. Definitely.
A lot of madness.
Yeah, some emotion.
Got too much estrogen and feminized.
But see what you said, though? But you see what you said? Men that look at other men that act like that, we say y'all act like a female. Because, you know what I'm saying, most men don't act like that. That's not a manly way to act. Like, you ain't gonna just, you know what I mean? Because as a man, you gonna know, like, you already thinking of where this shit can go. Like, a woman, that's why women win arguments, because they can cuss each other out and all that. Like, a man they can't take but so much of that before it's, all right, fuck all of the, you know what I'm saying, the John, you know what I'm saying? Something gotta happen. Like, it gotta get physical now. We can't just keep trading words forever. You know what I'm saying? Like, where a woman can do that, a woman can say some of the most vile shit to a man. You know what I mean?
That's emotional within itself. If you feel like you got to do something off of words, no, that's emotional within itself. Because ain't really no words can make me jump out there.
This is what I'm saying. Like, with a man, the words, you know what I'm saying? We can do that for so long, but at the end of the day, we thinking, okay, we can sit here and argue, but you know what I'm saying? If it's not important enough for us to actually get into it ain't really that important, where a female can argue and push, like a female can push a man's buttons more than another man can push a man's buttons. Like, as long as you don't put your hands on me, don't threaten me, or, you know what I'm saying, just disrespect me all the way crazy, you know what I'm saying? Like, but women can just say shit to you because they know, like, they can get away with saying a lot more to you than another man could. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's certain shit that you'll let a woman do or say that'll slide. But if another man said that same shit to you, you gonna automatically, the disrespect level of that is gonna be a little different. You know what I'm saying? Because it's gonna be, hold on, like, just because you said that to me, that means, because I wouldn't say something like that to somebody if I had any kind of respect for them. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna automatically assume, like, oh, if you said this to me, that means this is you know what I mean? You trying to take this further than it really needed to go. You guys get what I'm saying? Like I'll walk away from an argument, like, all right, bro, you got it, and leave it alone. You know what I'm saying? Or I can say, I apologize. Like female, they can be dead wrong sometimes. And you can prove them wrong. They'll find something else to say. Well, all right, well, you did this wrong. Because they already mad. So they can't just leave it at that. They might come the next day and apologize or some shit, you know what I'm saying, sometime later on. And that's not all females and that's not all women, you know what I mean? But just in general, like females are just a little more emotional than men, a lot more emotional than men, I think.
Yeah, but if you're looking at it like that, where a female is just argumentative and just gonna be more verbal, then all she gonna do is get on the press and talk trash about another president or somebody that's running another country. She ain't gonna push the button. Whereas if you're going off of what you just said, where a man is gonna be like, oh, you said this, so now we got to take it somewhere else.
Example of what I'm talking about. A female will say something to another man, they can be in a relationship. They'll tell they dude, my brother will do this to you. My dad will do this to you. Whole time they can be dead ass wrong. But let your daughter, your mom, somebody come to you saying this man did this to you. Like a female might spit in your face, whoopty whoopty whoop, do all kind of crazy shit to you. And you might just be had enough and push her down or something like that. Now your daughter come to you like, this nigga done put his hands on me. But she done spent 2 hours, you know what I'm saying, doing everything she can, saying everything she can say to push this man to that point. Yeah, but when it happened, now you as the man, you feel me? Your daughter come to you saying this nigga done put his hands on her. You ain't gonna have too many words. That's what I mean. Where the arguing, like nigga, you put your hands on my daughter. We might have talked about it before. Like nigga, like hey, y'all can have this relationship. Just don't put your hands on my baby. You feel me? So the nigga do it anyway. Now is like nigga, I already told you.
That's hood shit.
But
like how do it relate to like in the presidential stance? You know what I'm saying? Where it's like as far as
a female can make threats. Say a female making threats to another country and this, and the third. They don't have to go out there and fight that fight. You feel what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, if the president, a male president, make that same threat, he don't have to
that. I was gonna say that.
But I mean though, as a man, you kind of, as men, arguments don't go the same as when you arguing with a female. That's what I mean. Like a female can say shit to you that's below the belt all the time. Where if you're a man talking to another man, certain shit that if we both men and we have an understanding, it's gonna be a certain amount of respect we're gonna show each other because like you take it there. Like this is more than just words, bro. Like you tripping. You know what I'm saying? I say I threaten you, for instance. Like I'll do this to you, or I'll do this to you. Like now, some people don't handle being threatened the same as
well, who been more sassy than Trump?
Man,
who been more sassy than Trump?
All I'm saying,
we're gonna build that wall, and you're gonna pay for it. That's right, Mexico. You're gonna pay for it. You're acting like a bitch.
No, it's some man that is real.
You know what I'm saying? Like who be more loose lipped and sassy than this cat out of all the presidents we had.
And he act off emotion too.
Super emotional, man. Super emotional. Like I said, they both two feathers off of the same bird for me. I know ain't neither one of them. Neither one of them got my best interests at hand. And regardless of who in office, at the end of the day, I know I got to get up and get it myself because and neither one of them gonna give me no handout, and that shit ain't gonna affect my life. Either way, that shit ain't gonna affect my life. You know what I mean? Unless you get into this goddamn this fucking Project 25 that Trump got lined up, then that could affect your life. You know what I mean? That policy is gonna be something wild.
Yeah.
That shit is gonna be something wild, but at the end of the day,
pray to who you
go back to what I was saying. Like like I said, we can't get lost in it. Like I just support Trump. You know what I mean? I don't. My thing is, you can't just shit on him to make me like this guy. You feel what I'm saying? And that seemed like what goes on more than anything.
Oh, they already got ads out right now for doing that shit.
You can't tell me not to even listen to this guy just because you can't say some shit that you know will just trigger most black people. You can't say that to me to make me not even listen to these policies. I'm gonna try to hear what's going on. Yeah, but
every election they're gonna trash on the opponent. You know what I mean?
Already.
Yeah, that's every election. That's the job. That's the agenda to make them look as worse as possible.
But what's different is I don't remember any other election where it was pretty much you can get into have you ever remember people like getting into it with family members, not fucking with their family members because they a Trump supporter? Stop talking to you. Cole, stop fucking with you because you support Trump. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the shit I'm talking about. Like, wait a minute. Y'all didn't really get to people that much. Like, and then I'm sitting here thinking, like, what has he done that was just because the main thing is he's racist. That's at the end of the day, that's the thing. Like, Trump is racist. That's what the majority of black people that I come across that ain't really even into politics are like that. That's the reason they don't like him. So I started this off. Like I say, what has he ever done that was racist? Just name one thing for me. You know what I'm saying? Where I can name a lot of shit that the other president has done. You know what I'm saying? And the majority of the people, they don't even know about the Central Park Five. They just going by this stuff that's happened, you know what I'm saying, since the elections and, you know, like all that kind of shit. That's pretty much what the majority of people go by. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? There's certain people, me, you know, we know about shit like that. You know, everybody ain't the same. You know what I mean? But I'm talking about just the average person that don't even really go that deep into that type of shit. You feel what I'm saying? They don't even know why they don't like them.
Not even going that deep. You think it's a white man in the United States of America that was born in 1946 that don't got no racism in him?
No.
That was born in 1946 and still alive right now. They don't got no type of racism in them. But they ain't never said nothing racist in their life.
No.
Regardless if it was public or not.
No. Absolutely not.
That's him. That's him.
Who?
Trump, born in 1946.
Right. But Biden is older. And this is the thing. What? This is my thing. Listen, though. Hear me out. Hear me out, though. My thing is, you can't, just like how you just said that, it's people that'll try to convince you that Biden is for us and he's not racist, but Trump is. And that's the thing. Like, why are y'all trying so, like, all of you white motherfuckers is
they're
racist.
two feathers off of the same bird. They're only 4 years apart.
Right, but okay,
like
cool.
ain't too much changed in 4 years. If you lived through segregation, you lived through the revolution and all that shit.
They did a year.
I don't disagree with that at all, bro. You actually like proving what I'm saying. Like,
I ain't though. I'm not though.
No, this is what I'm saying though.
I'm definitely not. I'm not though. I'm saying that I don't fuck with neither one of them, and I'm not sticking.
I'm saying the same thing. That's what I'm saying. I'm not sticking up
I'm
for him. What I'm saying is,
I know he don't got my best interests at heart. I ain't sticking up for him. I ain't a supporter of neither one of them. I never voted in my life. I ain't no Republican. I ain't no Democrat. I'm independent by myself. If you ask me who I feel there should be a goddamn let the country run itself, or fucking put Farrakhan or somebody in there. Put somebody black
I'd
in
rather it
there.
not
Black
be a
in there.
president
So
at all.
this
Like
whole
I
shit.
don't want no president.
This whole shit will do a 180 and let them feel like how we've been feeling the majority. You know what I'm saying, for years on there. Put Farrakhan in there.
Third party.
Right.
You know
I'd rather it just not be a president. I'd rather we just be independent, like sovereign. I'd rather it just be everybody for themselves. You know what I'm saying? You police your own self. That's what I would rather in the ideal. You know what I'm saying? If it was up to me, that's what it would be. But my point is, what I'm saying is, people act like Trump is racist, but these people ain't. You know what I'm saying? That's my whole point. Just like you said, like what white person that was born out long ago ain't racist? But if you let everybody tell it, Trump is, but Biden ain't, just because he got Kamala Harris. You see what I'm saying? Like, he's more for black people than Trump is. And that's not true. I'm not saying Trump is for nobody. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying he for black people. That's when I said, well, if it comes down to it, I don't care for neither one of y'all. Now we just gonna take all of y'all. Now we're just gonna go by experience. This is just a business. Trump is a better businessman. He can make money. So if this is a corporation, if I had to hire somebody to run a business for me, who would you hire out of them two? If you didn't have no other choices, you just had to hire somebody to run a business for you, to get your business together. Who you gonna hire? Trump or Biden?
I'm gonna run
He
my
thought
own
of he thought of it.
Nah. See, I'm saying
you can't even mention.
No, and that's exactly how it equate, because at the end of the day, regardless who in office, I'm running my own business. Like, that shit don't affect me. I'm running my own business.
No, I'm just saying,
I'm not voting for neither one of them. No, I got to deal with reality, bro. I'm dealing with reality.
Say if
I
you
could say
had to hire.
hypothetically, I'm gonna wake up tomorrow and be a millionaire, but that shit ain't gonna happen. I'm talking like,
but in reality though, but reality, one of them somebody has to be the president.
Business.
But in reality, somebody has to be the president.
Yeah, but that shit ain't affecting me.
So
I'm saying.
So what I'm saying is, if you're gonna, like, I don't care about none of that either, but I'm saying, if you have to vote and one of them is a better businessman, so both of them racist and this and that and the third, but this guy is a better businessman. He's more qualified. If you can be running your own business, right? So you running your business, right? And it's a job opening, and there's two people up for the job, and say both of them are white. Who are you gonna hire? The one with more experience doing that job, or the one with that you like better? Because this is business. This ain't personal. And that's what I'm saying. Like, why it's like they get everybody to vote with their emotions. I'll vote for anybody except Trump. It ain't even without studying none of his policies or none of that type of shit. Just because he's going against Trump. It's going to be some people that's going to vote for it, no matter who the Democrat is, whether it's Kamala or not. They're going to vote for them because they're not really voting for that person. They're just voting against Trump. You understand? That's all I'm saying. Like, and because of that, that makes me more curious. Like I said that a few times. That makes me curious to wonder, like, why are y'all? What is going on that's making everybody do this? Like, it makes me not trust them more. Like, come on, like, because this don't make sense. This don't make sense to me. So let me listen to what this cat talking about. He's still an asshole, but I still can't figure out what is it that's making everybody not like him. That's all I'm saying. Like I'm shit.
Because
I probably
he's
won't
Trump,
vote
Ty.
either.
That's why. He's Trump.
Yeah, I see.
Nobody likes this man. I mean, there are people who do, but I'm just saying. Me personally, I don't like him.
Like a Trump supporter. I'm not even gonna cap. You sound like you are a Trump supporter, and it's not wrong with that if you are. I'm just saying that's how you sound because you was riding hard. Like, why does everybody hate him? He just don't like. You do sound like a Trump supporter.
I probably do. That's gonna be to anybody that see, that's the thing. That's what I'm talking about. I sat here and I said I don't support either one of them like that. But just because I question the other person, I'm supporting Trump.
No, it's like
I feel like it's people. There's
that Central Park 5 was he didn't mean it like that. It was a business move. That's what a supporter would say. That's what a supporter would say. It was a business. It wasn't no business move because, for one, all those hotels that's down in Manhattan that say Trump Plaza, he don't own them motherfuckers. He just renting his name to them. That's all he doing. He just renting his name to them. Just like the Trump.
Hey,
Trump
bro.
Plaza and casino that all that
like,
that was in Atlantic City.
Check
they
it
just
out.
paid to put his name on that stuff. He don't own all that shit.
All right,
the only
check
one
it out,
he still
though.
owns is like the one in Florida and
check it out,
one
though.
in Vegas.
You can go back. I forget exactly which one it is.
And when that Central Park 5 should happen, that wasn't going to affect the hotel, and regardless if it affected the business as a hotel or not. It wasn't going to affect him because he's getting a check monthly or quarterly or annually, however it may go. The contract to set up for me to pay you to put your name on this hotel because you got a little bit of influence. Right. You know what I mean? So
but check it out, though.
Nobody checking to them hotels. I'm still getting a check. So it wasn't no reason for you to push so hard on them young kids to get murked, saying they need a death penalty and all that shit. That wasn't no business play.
Check this out, though. The first time I said something about this, I said it on this platform. I said the first thing I said was outside of the Central Park 5. I gave you that. I said that. I said that, and then I said that today, like, you know what I'm saying, as far as the business thing, but that's the first thing I said. Outside of that Central Park 5 thing, I don't know of anything else that they've done. And then I said that he's done. And then I said, but even with that, I said, why nobody ever said anything about their parents blaming them? You know what I'm saying? I mean, talking them into pleading guilty or some shit. Yeah, pleading guilty. I said that too.
But that really don't got nothing to do with
that. Don't got nothing to do with it.
That don't have nothing.
You know about the court system. In some cases, you rather plead out than to see your kid get fucking life in jail. They didn't want their babies to spend the rest of their life in jail. That don't got nothing to do with him saying they need the death penalty and all
bro,
that shit.
I gotta sing you. I gotta sing you something. I gotta sing you something, bro.
When you say outside of the Central Park 5, that's like I'm like, man, I'm about to kill this nigga, man. What damn, man, what'd he do? He just told my mom he about to go kill him. All right, but outside of that, what'd he do? Ain't no outside of that. Ain't no outside of that.
Exactly.
Ain't no outside of that.
So I mean? He had that one racist moment, and then he grew, and now he's not racist no more.
I didn't say that. I just said. Well, I agree when you said ain't nobody that was born that long ago not racist. I agree with that. So yes, he is. But I said, what has he done? Like far as with people that don't even know about that. It's people that never heard of the Central Park 5 that are totally against Trump, and they don't even know why. This is the point that I'm trying to make.
With the KKK, Ty, did you not know that? He's in cahoots with them. They love him. That's his people. You didn't know that?
Did you know that Biden's mentor was like one of the top people in the Ku Klux Klan. He got a desk and
I
shit in
don't
his
support
office to this
nobody. I'm
day.
just telling you why I don't like Trump.
All right,
Now I get it.
but I'm just saying, like, he got a desk to this day that he got from one of these dudes. Like, his mentor was a KKK leader.
Well, good for them. But
You
I'm
feel
just
what I'm
telling you why
saying?
I don't like them. Because you were asking
That's
why
cool.
people don't like Trump. Well, it's because of his record. He has a long-standing record of being in cahoots with people who aren't kosher. That's why.
Okay. My point. I'm not doing a good job explaining myself.
Oh, it's okay.
My point is, so Biden has a longer history of being with the Ku Klux Klan than he does, but people don't don't know about that.
He's 4 years old.
But people know about Trump with this Proud Boys thing. You know what I'm saying? And that gets brought up where on the news, where it say if the news wasn't one-sided, CNN or something wasn't one-sided, you would have heard about this, you would hear about both sides' discretions. You understand what I'm saying? My thing is, why is it that we only hear about the shit that Trump does wrong?
Well,
we never hear about anything else that anybody else does wrong.
You hear about Biden.
Unless you go digging for it.
Biden's son a whole crackhead.
They've been talking about that. He got shit going on. They ain't sugarcoat shit about Biden either. And
Kamala shit about to come out too. Like, it's gonna come out how she used to be a hoe.
He's no
longer
talking about him. You need to talk about Kamala.
Mm-hmm.
Leave him alone. He's done. He cooked.
True, but I mean, Trump ain't even the president right now, so that ain't really the point I was making. My point is more or less the parties and shit like that. When Biden was in, like, Trump might not make it. Like, shit, they might try again and be successful tomorrow. Who knows? You feel what I'm saying? I wouldn't give a shit. I don't know him. You know what I'm saying? I don't think about. My thing is, like I said, it's
who you
not
should lean
me.
towards.
It's not me. I said it makes it. That's the type of shit that's gonna make me lean towards going to be even interested in finding out about what's going on. So the only way I can find out about the other side is to listen to like, what does this, like, that everybody say he's so racist, but I never ever heard him say it. So in order for me to hear him say it, I have to go listen myself. I take it upon myself. I'm gonna listen to one of these speeches. All right, well, I listened to that. I ain't really hear nothing. You know what I'm saying? But all right, that's cool. After so long, it's like, all right, now I done listened to about a couple of these speeches. Yeah, he said that, but it was stuff that was said before the clips. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like, why, y'all shouldn't have to do that. You feel what I'm saying? If the nigga's saying racist shit, you shouldn't have to clip it up and make it to what y'all want it to be. You feel me? Because it would just be what it is. It shouldn't be like, it shouldn't take that much effort to make this man, to expose this man for being such a bad person. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, like we just said, like, shit, all of them pretty much the same to me. You know what I'm saying? So I don't, you know what I mean? I don't really care either way. You know what I'm saying? I ain't no voting. I'm not voting. You feel what I'm saying? Whether none of these laws, like Jay was saying, none of this shit really affect me anyway. I got to get up and take care of myself anyway. You feel what I'm saying? So none of it really affects me, but I'm just, far as it's more or less me. I feel like my people get taken advantage of. because we passionate and emotional and shit like that. And a lot of us, like you said earlier, ain't even really into politics like that. But they dead set against this nigga and don't even know why. You feel what I'm saying? And that's what I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? And I that makes me want to know why. You feel what I'm saying? I don't support Trump. I don't support if I could have it my way, I'd be sovereign. You know what I'm saying? I just, I ain't situated enough to do that. Like I wouldn't even want to be here. Like if I had everything my way. You feel what I'm saying? It's a lot of shit I learned too, and it was too late. Like for one, my daughter wouldn't even be. You feel what I'm saying? If I knew what I knew, if I knew now what I knew back then when she was born, she wouldn't have no social security number and none of that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? If it was up to me, you feel me? So I could really care less. You feel me? Like my life is shit. I'm old. Like this is the shit that's gonna affect our kids anyway. At the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? I done lived my life. I done learned how to maneuver through the bullshit because it's been bullshit my whole life. You feel me? But I don't, like, I know whether y'all agree with me on this Trump shit or not. Like, I know y'all realize, see that shit is getting worse and just different. Like far as with social media, you know what I'm saying? Like the
world in general.
Yeah, the world in general with the gay shit and motherfuckers forcing, like putting that type of shit in, like something like that. Now that type of shit. If I had to like them putting the gay shit in schools and shit like that. I don't know if I was supposed to can say that type of shit, but them putting that type of shit in school and trying to force people to call people stuff that they not and all of that type of shit, I don't agree with that. You know what I'm saying? And if I got to be called a Trump supporter because I don't agree with that, so be it. Because you know what I'm saying? I don't care what you call me. That shit ain't cool with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, and who are the ones that push that agenda and say that, you know what I'm saying? Try to make that type of shit cool. That shit ain't cool. Like, it's that type of shit for real for me. That's weird. Like, so if, you know what I'm saying? It ain't even just always the race shit. He's a womanizer and this, and the third. He don't respect people's choices to be what they are and this, and the third. You can do whatever you want to do with your body, but you can't force me to call no man a woman and no woman a man and all that kind of shit. I don't want you teaching my kids nothing about sex when they're in school, none of that kind of shit. Like, because in order to be gay, you have to have had sex or have sex. Up until that point, you can't be gay until you actually take, you know what I'm saying, do the act. So I don't need you talking to my kid in no kindergarten and no kind of shit about no shit like that.
Brother.
You feel what I'm saying?
Time, man. Cause he's like, man, hey, y'all want you to. He like, you ain't gay until you take. He's about to say take a dick.
I ain't say that. Yeah. Hey, I ain't say that. You ain't, you know, until you engage in the action. You ain't gay. You feel what I'm saying? You can be feminine or whatever
So
have
you ain't straight until you have sex either. You just a person.
Huh?
I said you're not straight until you have sex either. If you're not gay until you have sex, then you're not straight. You're not straight until you have sex either. You just freestyle.
You who you is. You know what I'm saying? You straight, but straight is normal. And the way I look at it, you're just normal. It ain't even about being straight.
You ain't have sex yet.
No, it's normal. It ain't, to me.
Yeah,
straight
I feel
is,
you, buddy.
you understand what I'm saying? It ain't about being straight or not. Like,
you are what you are.
when you're normal. You feel what I'm saying? You normal, and then see, I don't want to even get into this. Like, I feel like if you gay, you got a mental illness. Honestly, like, that's how I feel personally. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I don't have nothing against somebody that's retarded or something, but I don't want to be like that, or I don't want my kids to be like that. And I'm not gonna hang out with somebody that's like that. You know what I'm saying? We all got cousins and shit that's fucked up, or whatever have you. I think if you don't, something got to be going on upstairs for you to start thinking like that. That's my opinion. Everybody entitled to their own opinion. You know what I'm saying? You could feel however you want to feel about it.
I definitely agree with you on that. Like something is a little bit off for you to put two positives together or two negatives together, because that's not going to create procreation. You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying?
And
that's all I'm saying as far as that. That's why I said you just normal. You know what I'm saying? But when you take that step, it is you are that. Like, you gay now, bro. You can't have sex with another man and then say, all right, I don't want to do that no more, so now I'm straight. You ain't straight no more. You're gonna forever have a curve in you. It's over with. That, you know what I'm saying? That shit sailed. You gay from forever now. That's how I feel. You know what I'm saying? Everybody ain't gotta agree with me. You know what I'm saying? And that's cool. You feel me?
I raised my hand. I agree.
I mean,
but I'm talking about far as kids, bro. Like, if a kid thinking about that, you have to talk about sex with a child to explain what gay is what I'm trying to say. You feel what I'm saying?
No,
and
you
not
can say
feel
it.
like that's up to a parent. That's a parent's job, not school. Like, that's crazy too. You
I
know what I'm
had
saying?
sex ed. I think the first time I went to sex ed, I was in the 4th grade.
You wasn't in kindergarten, bro.
Nah.
That's crazy. Like how you know what I'm saying? Sometimes that type of shit ain't like how you done told me about how to what they be doing out there, where you done had to, hey, we can't even go outside today. These motherfuckers out here riding around tripping. You know what I'm saying? That kind of shit is not cool to me. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, and so Trump say shit about that, he get flack about it. Like, I agree with him, but if I agree with that, it ain't that I agree. It ain't that I feel how I feel about it.
I don't think I ever heard Trump speak against the alphabet boys.
He don't, because you can't, because
you just said the alphabet.
And we're in the cancel culture, so you can't, right? You really,
you know what I'm saying? You can't. You know what I'm saying? But he'll
AEIOUs.
what he'll say. But what he'll do is say, don't put that kind of shit in school and this, and that, and the third, and you know what I mean? That kind of shit. So that's enough. So they'll twist that and make it seem like he's against them. You know what I'm saying? Now the alphabet boys is owning because of that. Like, so why don't you support it? He don't gotta necessarily say it's that he against it, but if he don't support it, you feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now he against it. You know what I'm saying? That kind of shit is just like weird to me. Like, you can't make me feel like that, or you're not about to make me feel like I'm a bad person because this is how I feel.
Yeah.
No, I don't go around gay bashing people. You know what I'm saying? I got gay family members I love to death, but we ain't about to kick it. We ain't about to go to the bars you go to. I'm not about to hang around it. I have people that are straight, and if we don't got enough shit in common, we ain't kicking it. We don't hang out with each other.
Why?
You know what I'm saying?
Are you phobic? That's what they said. I'm just saying that's what they said.
Like, bro, like, you giving me a hard time now.
I don't, you know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy. It's like,
I don't knock it.
We just
like,
don't got nothing.
I got gay
don't
friends.
knock it.
I'm not gonna go to their bar. We can go to a regular bar and get some drinks.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck.
I'm not about, and you could, like I said, I got cousins and family members that's what they do. That's what they do. That's cool. I don't love them no less at all. But we ain't about to hang out.
I don't know nobody.
You might not know them. It's like everybody do somewhere along the line. You feel what I'm saying?
You remember Ree?
What?
We don't have. You ever remember any alphabet people in our family?
Mm.
Butter.
I know some now. Yeah.
You serious?
I know some now. I ain't gonna put nobody out there, but yeah.
Oh damn! You know that. Male or female?
Men and female.
Dang, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus.
Me?
No,
or
no,
them?
not you.
Yeah, I'm about to say, because I ain't got nothing to do with that.
Hell no.
Too early said that didn't happen. We can't say that right now.
Nah, right.
They say the same.
I don't want to put, we ain't putting people on blast, but we know.
I don't want to.
We know who we know.
Yeah.
As far as that type of shit, just you gonna make me feel like I'm you're a Trump supporter because you don't.
Y'all want to know what's crazy to me is like, as long as we've been getting shit on, how did they end up with more rights than we? And when I say we, I mean like Asiatic people, black people, colored people, whatever you want to call yourself. Like, how in the hell do it get to the point to where you got people scared to death to say anything about them? Scared to death, like entertainers, sports players, like scared. Man. Not to say that I'm against, not to say I have anything against that, but like they will stop in their sentence to make it very clear, like, I ain't got nothing against it.
Because they get down.
Because I know why. I'm gonna tell you why.
They stick together and shut shit down, right?
You know why? You know what I'm gonna tell you why. Not to go back, but they scared to feel how I was feeling for even mentioning, like, taking up for Trump. They don't want all of their people to turn on them. Nah, no bullshit. They don't want their own people to turn on them, bro. We like that as a people. Like, you know what I'm saying? We so grouped together, like people be scared to, you know what I'm saying, to like, hey, you know what I'm saying? I got this good job. You feel what I'm saying? I'm living comfortably. I don't want to do nothing to put that in danger. You know what I'm saying? And shit.
Or they might be
like
part of the alphabet too, y'all. I don't know.
Now
so they
I
don't want
thought
to
you was
really
talking
speak
about
on
like
it because
just
they don't
other
want their own beans
races.
to be spilled.
I thought you was talking about like races.
I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Like the alphabet. Like, how did it get to the point to where we didn't been through the mold? And like now they got way more right. You know what I mean?
Okay,
yeah, you can't even call them certain things. It's like, what?
Yeah.
I thought a boy was a boy and a girl was a girl. I didn't know we had everything in between.
Yeah, you gotta ask their pronouns.
Teach me that in school.
That is crazy, man. Like, what?
Are you he, she? Are you? Yeah.
They, us, we.
Like what?
Boy,
still apply. I don't nobody. What I just said still apply. Then, like, don't nobody, you know what I'm saying, want to speak up for themselves when it comes to that. Like,
What do you mean? Why should we have to? I'm a girl, Damon.
Speak up for ourselves.
Just like you a boy, Damon.
I'm talking about
to speak up for yourself.
I'm talking about to be able to say, like, I ain't with that. I ain't against it, but I ain't with that. You can't force me to believe what you believe. You're not about to force me to call you a woman and I know you're a man. You know what I'm saying? We went to school together.
It shouldn't even
as
be
kids
like that,
and
though.
shit like that. I'm not doing that. It make me feel weird doing that. It make me. It ought to make, you know what I'm saying, calling a nigga a girl name. Like, I'm not doing that, bro. I'll just not talk to you at all, bro. If you gonna not respond to me calling you your name, then it's cool. I'm gonna treat you like a nigga. I'm not about to walk up to you and shake your hand like you a girl. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna treat you just like one of the homies. And if you can't deal with that, that's cool. Then just stay away from me and I'll do me. You know what I'm saying? But you're not about to force me to act the way you want me to act. You know what I'm saying? Just like I can't force you to like, nah, when you address me, nigga, you address me such and such
Put
and
some
such and
bass in
such
your
way.
voice. Yeah, put some
Yeah, I
bass
can't
in your
tell
voice.
exactly. I
Yeah,
can't tell you put
yeah.
some bass in
Put
your
some
voice,
bass
nigga.
in your
When you
yeah.
come like I can't pull a Charleston White like nigga, you better go back in the closet. When you come out, you better straighten up. You know what I'm saying? Like
Lord.
only Charleston White can get away with saying that type of shit. But most niggas feel like that. Like, man, don't be around me acting all like that.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
that's what I was talking about. Like it's like everybody is scared to like it's like slowly but surely you losing your freedom of speech for real, for real. You keep being scared to say how you feel, and you keep letting them push that line further and further back to where it's a little bit you ain't gonna be able to say nothing. You just got to deal with it.
Exactly.
All because people are losing their identities. Yeah, nobody knows who they are anymore. Even though you should know who you are. It's on your birth certificate. It's there. Just read it.
But what if they
People
don't
care
relate?
too much
They
about how
don't,
other people feel about them
they
nowadays,
they don't
man.
relate to that. So if you
Oh
relate,
my goodness.
if you relate,
That's a them problem. That ain't a me problem.
absolutely.
If I see you look like a boy, it's gonna be, hey, sir, or hey, mister.
I
Such
worked
and
with one
such.
before. It was
Really?
a girl turning into a dude, and I'm like, I don't know what to call it.
It ain't no it. It's a
Woman.
her.
Definitely, definitely not a
Call
kid.
her by her name.
It's a woman.
The motherfucker
Yeah,
really
stop
will
being.
get
Yeah, we gotta stop
offended and
being
can
so
get you
sensitive.
fired from your job for you calling them what they were. They, you know what I'm saying? Their gender that they was assigned by God Himself. You call them that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You getting reprimanded
That's
at
not
work
what
and
because that's not what they relate to. Well, why can't I relate to being a dragon or a Tyrannosaurus Rex? Like, I'm not a
exactly.
human, I'm a
You know they
Tyrannosaurus.
give checks to people like that, right? They give checks. All you gotta do is go down to the Social Security office and yeah, you can get one.
That's what
I,
I
I
said.
What is it
remember
called?
hearing that back in the day because they used to say
Yeah,
that's a mental illness, and some of them
it
people
is a mental illness.
they would get
It's
checks, but
something identity crisis or something like that. I don't know what it is, but you
yeah,
can get a check.
but now it's like shit. They would have to pass out a lot of checks now.
Well,
It
shoot, they
seemed like that
better start the
population
paperwork because people need
seemed
to
like
start
that.
going and get them checks then
They don't need
because
no check.
it's something wrong.
Yeah, something's wrong, but they need to check themselves, not get a check.
It's
Check
really
yourself.
wrong.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can do what you want to do. Just don't force that shit on upon other people. Like it's just weird to me. Like,
I
and
think the
then what's
best thing
even
that we
weirder
all can
is,
do is just because we all have children, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking the best thing that we can do is just teach them what we know, which is
right,
the right thing. And then they can teach their kids and teach their cousins and, nieces and nephews or whatever. That's
right.
all we can do.
But guess what? I think it's
We
gonna
don't
come
need
to
to.
a point. Sorry, not to cut your wisdom. I think it's gonna come to a point. Say, like you say, you just teach your kids what you know and teach your kids what you say is right. So say like if you have a child that's like my daughter, she's 5 years old, right? And I'm teaching her, no, a man is a man and a woman is a woman. Now, say she go to school, she gets to like third, fourth grade. So I ain't saying that. My dad said a man is a man and a woman is a woman. It's gonna come to a point where we're gonna start getting in trouble for that. Just like if your child went to school and said, I ain't ate in 2 days, or my parents beat me, or my parents teach me this, you know what I'm saying? I think that's the line, that's where it's headed
You
to.
think it's gonna come to that?
It's already
Absolutely.
there,
Yeah.
bro.
It's
It's
already
already
there.
there.
It's already there. Like, I don't know, like I was saying on another one, I don't know about over there, but over here, you see that flag in elementary schools. You see that flag on churches. I'd be like, what Bible are y'all reading out of?
That's what I'm
No.
talking about. That's what I was saying when I said what I said earlier. Like, you know what I'm saying? You that in school, you know what I'm saying? I was just when I had said what I say, you ain't gay till you actually in the act, do the act or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And what I meant by that is in order for you to be gay far as like I'm looking at it like you need to engage in the activities or start thinking about sex. So why are they
No,
even
Paul.
having shit like that in school?
especially
You
at
know what I'm saying?
elementary school.
In the elementary school, because in order to explain what gay is, you're gonna have to mention sex.
Yes.
Because it's about sexual orientation. You feel what I'm saying?
That's what I be
So
saying.
there's
with the
no
flag.
way of getting around it. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what I say about the flag. It's like all you doing is promoting what you like to do in the bedroom. You know what I mean? Because unless you flamboyant, I don't know this is what you are. But when I come out my house, regardless of how I act, you know I'm black. If whether I'm a square, I'm a nerd, I'm a hood dude, you know I'm black. So we're not getting the same type of discrimination. Because until you open your mouth or you show me that you flamboyant or you going through a transition, now I know this is what what you are. So you can't say like equal rights and all that stuff, because back in the day it was the closet. You kept it to yourself. You know what I mean? I can't keep my complexion to myself when I come out the house. I'm black.
Right. Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Exactly.
It was not cool to be gay and back when I was in high school. You used to get picked on.
When we was
You had to
little,
keep it in
like
the closet.
imagine y'all when y'all was like real little kids, did y'all all like know kids that was like I was saying before motherfuckers was even having sex, but you might have had somebody that's just like, man, this guy act like a girl. You know what I'm saying?
The first
one
I
down the
remember
street.
was in elementary school. Was in
Yeah,
elementary.
in elementary, like this dude gonna be gay.
Fourth or fifth grade. Yeah.
But you wasn't saying he was gay now. You was like, man, he act like a girl, or he gonna
I
be
was saying
gay
this
or
guy.
something.
I was calling this
No,
dude a gay
we
bird.
were. Yeah, we were. I ain't gonna lie, we were.
Yeah, straight calling him a gay bird.
Yeah.
You gay bird.
Yeah.
Yeah, we was calling him stuff. I was trying to be, come on, bro. I'm trying to stay on the,
You was
you
out
know
here
what
being
I'm
a
saying,
bully.
and the guidelines here, bro.
I'm gonna say it like it
Trying-
is. I'm in the
You already
guidelines.
know we all did. You know what I'm saying? But
Fuck it.
but that's why I said, we all knew that that's what they was gonna be, but we would just say they act like a girl, or you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. You know what I mean?
All I know is they lost me at the non-binary. They lost me at that. You
What
can't
is that?
not
Non-binary is like is there is no gender.
Yeah,
We just people.
You lost me at that.
Yeah, they just think like
I'm going to always
ain't no
revert back.
gender.
How do you use the bathroom? Do you use it with a penis or do you use it with a vagina? Okay, well then if you have a penis, you're a man, and if you have a vagina, you're a woman. Don't say you're not neither one. You can't say that.
What about
That's like another word for being bisexual, for real.
Non-binary.
Yeah, what's the difference?
Jada and
They
Will's
just
daughter
start taking
Willow,
up
she said
all of the
she's
damn
non-binary
letters, bro.
or something like
It doesn't
that.
make sense to me. I don't get that. I don't get that at all.
To me, it's either
they can do
you
whatever.
straight, man.
They can lay with whatever they want.
Yeah, they can do whatever. I'm gonna tell you what else out here, and even in starting in some elementary schools, they got non-binary bathrooms.
Everybody just in there.
Just in there. So your daughter could be in going to sit on the toilet, then here come this somebody that's swinging a hockey stick coming in there. You know what I'm
I
saying?
wish my daughter would.
He said this somebody.
Somebody getting punched in the throat.
That's nuts.
Cindy, get out of there. You see that
Y'all
man in
got
there? You shouldn't be in
non-binary
there.
bathrooms in the hospital, butter? Nope. It's still man bathroom, women bathroom.
Men.
It better be. Shoot.
It's coming. It's coming. Watch. It's coming.
That just made my eye twitch.
Yep, it's coming.
Like a lot of stuff ain't got here yet because we happen to be in the red state. You know what I'm saying? The blue states, they're a little more loose, quicker. They be doing the crazy shit.
Yeah.
My goodness.
Everything except guns. That's crazy, ain't it?
Mm-hmm.
You can do everything else, all kind of crazy shit, but they don't want the blue states to really have guns or to be able to protect themselves. That's crazy.
But you know what? I really do think it's about us, though. I think we need to just teach our kids because it's all about raising a legacy of children to back where we were being raised. We knew right from wrong. It was called common sense. And so we need to teach our kids, hey, listen, no matter what they tell you,
it's
it's
not common.
okay to say, no, this ain't right.
It ain't common sense no more. Now it's rare sense because of what used to be common. Everybody don't got that shit no more.
Well,
You know what I'm
it's
saying?
all about
It
people
started to
teaching
be
people.
yeah.
That's all that. Who said Reese need to get a check? I need a check.
That was somebody in the somebody. No, they ain't
Hey, I
said
might
you.
need one.
They
Who
ain't
want to
say
send
you
me a
need to
check?
get a check. They was laughing that you said. She was laughing that you said alphabet people used to get a check.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they need to go and get one.
Man,
Shoot, I might be behind them. Somebody need to hand me something.
look at this though. Let's talk while we talking about checks. Look at this guy.
Man,
Look at this goddamn check that got ran up, man.
what check, Jay? What check you talking about?
I said we talking about checks. Look at this check that got ran up.
Mm.
They're talking about the record-breaking fundraising in under 24 hours for a candidate, but specifically there was this focus on the number of individual donations. Talk to me about what that means about the potential voter energy and sentiment around Harris heading to the polls in November.
It tells you that individual voters are fired up to support Kamala Harris, and that the fundraising number, I believe, is now around $126 million raised in small dollar donations since she became the leading candidate for the Democrats and Biden stepped down. That money is really important. I mean, people hear millions of dollars here, millions of dollars there, super PACs. Some people donating, rich people donating $50 million or stuff like that. Those small dollar donations go straight to the presidential campaign. So the campaign itself can use it for all the nuts and bolts of getting out and winning votes. That means opening offices in every corner of every swing state, phone calls, hiring people. Some of it is advertising. That is really important, and that's different from the super PAC funding, which doesn't, you can't really do all of those things. That's used for other things like running ads. I think more importantly, it just tells you that she really has generated excitement among Democrats. She's up a little bit in the polls, so she's gotten sort of the honeymoon bump you might expect. That doesn't mean she's going to keep it. This is going to be a tough race all the way through, and the Trump campaign, it was planning to go after Joe Biden, so they're retooling their campaign, figuring out how to attack Kamala Harris, and they are going to do that for sure. But if you're a Democrat, it's a good restart.
Rick, what do you think Kamala needs to focus on and the Harris campaign needs to focus on? Because you recently wrote about, yes, there is a lot of excitement surrounding Harris right now, and ultimately a lot of backing. Clearly, we can see that by the donations, but inflation and the economy is still going to be a very sticky issue potentially here for Harris over the next couple of months.
Right. And I wrote about some election forecast models that are based on the economics in swing states. What's the inflation rate in Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin? What's the unemployment rate? How do people feel about jobs? She's going to have the same challenge Biden would have had on inflation, which is, how are people going to feel about inflation by the time they decide whom to vote for? Are they going to still be focused on food prices, for example, that are up like 23, 24% since Biden-Harris took office and have risen by a little bit more than incomes? Or are they going to say, well, the trend is going in the right direction. I'm starting to feel good about inflation. Maybe we will have a Federal Reserve interest rate cut. So people will say, yeah, life's getting a little more affordable. Enthusiasm for Harris will not necessarily overcome swing voters' concerns about the economy. And I mean, there are a bunch of different challenges in terms of which demographic she's strong with, which demographic she's weak with. But one of the most important things she needs to do is boost voters' opinion of Democrats' ability to handle the economy, because it's still much lower than their belief in Trump being able to handle the economy pretty well.
All right, Rick, always great to get your insight. You're going to be a busy man over the next several months. We'll be talking to you probably once again tomorrow. All right, Rick, thanks so much.
Bye, guys.
So when you get donations for your campaign, right? Say like he said they ran up that 81 in 24 hours. It ain't no way you about to spend 81 M's on promotion.
I was just thinking
So
that.
then
Where is all the
that
rest of the money going?
that's what I want to know. You know what I mean? That's what I want to know.
Where is that going? Is that going in her pocket? Is it
I
going
mean,
towards
a lot of it is going in
What?
her pocket. A lot of that shit, you still got to grease these wheels and shit like that. So it's a lot of bribery about to go around. Everybody about to get paid.
$81 million in a day?
That's
Oh
just what.
my
Yeah,
goodness! I wish I could.
Yeah, you said they're up to a buck and change right now. So what I'm saying is, all that
my
money
Lord.
ain't getting spent. So it's a
But that's what I'm saying. Like, where is it
it's a
going?
win-win. It's a win-win for her regardless.
Because
We're gonna pay you. Stick with our agenda.
she don't have to give it back, do she? No. If she lose, I really don't think she has to give it back.
Yeah, I don't think so. It's a win-win, even if you lose.
Yeah. She like, hey, I'm just here for the fun time. Hey, I ain't here for a long time, but I'm here for a good time. Where my pocketbook at? Wow.
They go.
Man, the life and the day of a politician.
Speaking of Kamala, right? How do you feel about her? Because I know you made a comment earlier saying that she don't claim her black side.
House nigga, just like Barack Obama, they do what they need to do to stay close to the white power structure. She made a career locking up black people. This is the same woman who went on international television, Art, let me remind you, about a year or two ago and said America is not a racist country. You want me to go vote for a so-called black woman who went on international television and told the world that America is not a racist country? She spit in the face of the family of Trayvon Martin. She spit in the face of the family of Breonna Taylor. She spit in the face of the family of Michael Brown, Alton Sterling, Philando Castile, Amir Locke, Dante. We can go on and on. Tamir Rice, all the Africans murdered by police, which are state-sanctioned executions. Let us be clear. The police are agents of the state. When the police kills a black person, that is a state-sponsored execution. And in response to all this racism, the execution of George Floyd, this part-time black woman says America is not racist. And when I say part-time, Art, I'm not poking fun at
That's
her.
what you was talking about.
I'm poking fun at her because she can rarely be found speaking up for black people. My issue ain't her being mixed race. Nobody's responsible for how they come into this world. My issue with her is not identifying with her people. I remember another interview I saw with Kamala Harris, Art, and she said, somebody asked her, what are y'all going to do for black people? And she said, we can't pass laws just for black people. She said this, we can't do things just for black. Well, Kamala Harris, can I ask you a question, Madam Vice President? If the Democratic Party can't do anything just for black people, why did y'all pass a law only for Asians? Why did y'all pass a law only for Native Americans? Why did y'all pass a law only for transgenders? Why did y'all pass a law only for LGBTQs? Why did y'all pass a law only for immigrants? If you can't do anything just for black people, this is what she said. It came out of her mouth. If you can't do anything just for black people, how was it possible for you and President Biden to do all these other things for specific ethnic groups in this country from whose benefit no other group can take anything from? Complete contradiction. Kamala Harris is not for black people. But you know what's going to happen? I'm going to tell you why they went that way. Or if they stay that way, they could flip her out. But let's say for the sake of conversation, because Joe Biden did pass her his nomination, even though it's not his decision. She has his support, but the party got to choose her in Chicago. But let's say Kamala Harris gets the Democratic Party nomination in Chicago the week of my birthday, August 19th, I believe the DNC begins, or the 17th. Anyhow, here's why they're going to go that way, Art. Why are the Democrats about to give us the first woman president in American history? I'm going to tell you why. In 2022, there were 10 million more women registered to vote than men in America. Now I'm talking everybody, Art, black, white, red, yellow, brown, gay, straight, everybody. There were 10 million more women registered to vote than men, even though there's only about 3 more million women than men in this country. Population-wise, there's not a great gender disparity. You only see that when you come to the black community for reasons of extermination, incarceration, okay, miseducation, right, and sexual confusion, right? So outside of Black America, the male-female gender balance is almost the same. I believe there's 168 million adult women in America, and there's about 165 million adult men in America. So you only have a 3 million person discrepancy. Now, those 10 million votes, there's 10 million more women registered to vote than men are. Elections have been decided by votes less than 10 million. You've had elections decided by 1 million. You had elections decided by 2 million. You've had elections decided by 3 million. You've had elections decided by 700,000 votes. If there's 10 million more women registered to vote than men in America across all race, colors, and class, if we nominate Kamala Harris as the Democratic Party's president, can she bring us those women votes, those undecided women? Can Kamala Harris bring us all the poor black women, the working class black women, the upper class? Can she bring us the white middle class women? Can she bring us the poor white women? They are banking on, Art, the fact that there's 10 million more women than men registered. And if we stick Kamala Harris out there for us, can she bring us the greater share of those 10 million female votes? Here's what it's going to come down to. Do white women prefer a woman of color or a white man? That's what it's going to do. White American women prefer to have a white man in the presidency or a woman of color? And you know what I think, Art? I'm not completely decided, but I would say to you, wasn't this question already answered for us when Donald Trump took on Hillary Clinton? Did not America's white women choose Trump over Clinton? When it came time for the Electoral College to cast them votes, they went with Trump. So if they chose Trump over Clinton, here's the question, Art. If American white women chose Donald Trump over Hillary Clinton the first time Trump ran against a Democratic female, why would they switch and choose Kamala Harris over Trump the second time? If they chose Trump over a very well experienced, very popular Hillary Clinton the first time, why would they switch and now choose a black woman, half black, half South Asian, half East Indian? Why would they choose a black woman over Trump when they didn't even choose Hillary Clinton over Trump? But I'm telling you this, brother, I'm going to the Democratic National Convention. I'm going to try to get there because that's going to be a circus. You ain't seen a nigga show in your life like what you're about to see, because they got to outdo Hulk Hogan. They got to outdo Amber Rose. They got to outdo Ben Carson. You want to see a house coon show in Chicago like you have never seen. I cannot wait to see which rapper. I cannot wait to see which rapper which basketball player, which football player, which comedian, which actor. I cannot wait to see which one of these house nigga celebrities is going to go to bat for the Democratic Party. And here's my thing, Art. I'm not dismissing the black celebrities for speaking at the Democratic National Convention just for that reason. I'm dismissing them, Art, because they're going to go up there, show up and show out for the Democrats without a single promise to their community, without a single pledge to their community, without a single concession to their community. With all we've been through and all we about to go through, how the hell can you fly your ass to Chicago, basketball player, football player, rapper, actor, dancer, singer, comedian? How can you go up there and show up and show out for Kamala Harris, who never did a damn thing for black people? That's my issue. And I'm going to tell you this right now. Every black person listening to me, on November the 5th, you need to be in a black community when the election results are read. My bougie nigga living in the suburbs, living in an all-white community, you do not want to be caught outside on November the 5th if Donald Trump loses. Because here's my thinking, Art. We only got 3 months and a few weeks to the presidential election. Let me say that again. We only got 3 months and a few weeks to the presidential election on November 5th. You mean to tell me Joe Biden backs out with 3 months left, anoints Kamala to his spot? She only got 3 months to campaign, and you still going to beat a very popular Donald Trump? Do you think the American people are going to believe Donald Trump lost fairly after y'all tried him in court, convicted him in court? And I know we'll get later to the artificial assassination, but nonetheless, do you really think Americans are going to believe Kamala Harris beat Donald Trump straight up? I'm not too sure about that. And if poor white America thinks they were robbed of this election, that January 6th takeover, that was nothing but a pool party for what you're about to see in this country if Donald Trump loses this election. I would not want to be a black person in a white neighborhood on November the 5th, 2024, when those presidential election results are read and Donald Trump is not the winner. I believe white folks are going to show up and show out, Art. You better have a gun, a knife. Black people better exercise, what is it, our Second Amendment rights? Right to carry, is that the Second Amendment or the Fourth?
I want to say the second.
I think it's the second. Black folks better exercise their right to carry. You better buy every gun, every bullet you got, because if Donald J. Trump loses this election, going against a Democrat who had 3 months to run, you had 3 months to run and you beat Donald Trump, white America gonna flip off, Art. I'm going to make sure I'm ready, brother. Make sure you're ready. And I want all my American Africans out there, wherever you live in America, especially if you're in a city that's predominantly white, if you're in a state that's predominantly white. You know, we in Philly, which is half black, half white, 50-50. You know what I mean? But black people, please be prepared for what can happen on these streets if Donald J. Trump loses that election. And to that point, Art, this is why I think the shadow government has a lot of deciding and a lot of reasoning and a lot of debating to do. Because here's the thing, Art. If you steal the election from Trump and give it to the Democratic Party, whether it's Kamala or anyone else, because you want to make sure China doesn't take over Africa, and you want to make sure China doesn't take over the Caribbean, and you want to make sure China doesn't take over second and third world, Central and South America. So you want a Democrat in there because Democrats have always had better relationships with black countries. If you do that, you might win the world, but you might lose America. Because if these white folks flip out, Art, look, let's be honest. The American public has more weapons than the American military. Let me say that again. The American public, 350 million people, they have more guns than the U.S. military. Now, the military has better weapons. The military has better weapons, but the people have more weapons. American military is no more than 500,000 people, Art. There's no more than 500,000. How are you going to put 500,000 against 350 million with more weapons. You're not winning that. If the U.S. military has to go to war with her own citizens, I believe the U.S. military will lose. And I believe a lot of people in the U.S. military will side with the American people. And by American people, I mean white American people. So the National Security Agency, the Council on Foreign Relations, the Bilderbergers, the Federal Reserve, the Trilaterals, the Illuminati, the House of Rome, the Rothschilds, the Wahlbergs, the Morgans, the Stanleys, the Rockefellers, they got to ask themselves, if we rob Donald Trump so we can maintain Africa and the Caribbean, will that lead to social unrest in America? Will America degenerate into chaos? Will we have to evoke martial law? That's a hell of a decision to make. Do I go for the resources or do I maintain American status quo? Because Art, if America breaks down internally, China is the new superpower. The only thing keeping China from being the world superpower right now is this country. If this country descends into chaos, China runs the world. Does the power structure, does the secret government of this country really want China in charge? That's the question.
Yeah, that's real talk. And speaking of Kamala, that's Montel Williams' old joint, right?
I believe they dated. I believe they dated. But you know, politics and entertainment, those two worlds are very similar. And what I mean by that, people often date and compromise themselves to the top. I mean, the fact that Kamala Harris couldn't find a single black man to marry. I mean, you got to think about this. See, Art, you know, when we start talking about that snow bunny crisis, right? I'm not sure if people really see how deep this goes. See, if Art marries a white woman, it ain't just about you marrying a white woman. You married her culture, you married her values, you married her family, you married her race.
Right.
Not only that, you're saying I couldn't find a single black woman on the face of the earth who was good enough to make my wife. When Kamala Harris married that white man, she basically told every black man on earth, none of you are good enough to be my equal. But guess what, Art? Don't be surprised that this whole thing was set up from the beginning by the shadow government. Don't be surprised. It could have been in the playbook 8 years ago that we're going to make Joe Biden step down on a Sunday. No way. No way. That could have been in the playbook to anoint Kamala. And you say, why? Why they want Kamala Harris? You know why? India is a world superpower. India is a world superpower. India is the tech giant of the planet Earth. She has one of the top 5 populations in the world. She's one of the most influential governments on Earth. And America cannot afford for Russia and China to draft India. And now America has to deal with a 3-headed monster. China is already one of the most populated nations in the world and is also one of the most economically powerful countries in the world. India is economically powerful. India has one of the large world populations. And just like China is the Walmart of the world, India is the tech giant of the world. So this could possibly be a play by the power structure to use Kamala Harris to go into India and try to use her diplomatic power to bring India back to America. Because remember, India is a BRICS country. India is in with Brazil, Russia, India, China, South America. She already in BRICS, but she hasn't formally said, I'm riding with China against America. India hasn't formally said, I'm riding with Russia against America. If India decides to ride with Russia and China, America over, we might as well all move out. And that's why I can see this as a diplomatic move. Given the East Indians an American president, that's a hell of a consolation prize. Think about that now. I made one of you the president of our country to stop you from riding with Russia and China. It's a hell of a consolation prize. And let me say this to all my black women out there, because I love my Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority sisters. I love the pink and green. And I know Kamala Harris is a member of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. But this is what I want to say to my AKA sisters and all black women, not just my AKA sisters who I love and respect, tremendous respect for the AKAs and all the sororities, the whole divine nine. But if black women think Kamala Harris going to get in office and take care of them, If black women think Kamala Harris is going to get in the office and take care of them, or they got something else coming. You know what she's going to take care of? Her East Indian immigrants. You think East Indian immigrants are already buying up a lot of the franchise restaurants and franchise stores? They're already buying up a lot of the hotel chains in America. Let Kamala Harris become vice president. By the time she's done, if she can get 8 years, if she can get 8 years, by the time Kamala Harris is done being president of the United States of America, the East Indian people will be the priority minority in this country. Not the homosexuals, not black people, not Latinos. Let Kamala Harris get that White House. The East Indian American will be the priority minority by the time she leaves the Oval Office.
That man was everywhere, wasn't he? But
Hey,
I hear what he was saying.
you heard me that. Remember, I think I told you earlier, man. As much as he get on my nerves and shit, I kind of agree with pretty much everything he was talking about. This time he was saying. I agree with that shit. He was telling the truth.
Yeah,
He
that
was
shit
telling
was
the
deep as
truth
fuck.
about damn near all of them.
I don't know. I think after election, I'm going to mommy's house. Shoot, they might turn into the purge.
What just happened?
Hold on. Let me see.
Is it still an echo?
No.
Oh, okay, good. All right.
Yo.
Yeah, I'm definitely going somewhere safe. I might have to call off that day. Ain't nobody got time. I don't have anything to do with the elections or anything because I don't vote. Because ain't nobody about to sway me to. No, I'm good. But yeah, I'll definitely take that day off, and we're gonna sit down and eat some good food, and we're gonna see how this plays out. This is weird.
Yeah.
Because we kind of like you damned if you do, you damned if you don't.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel like something. You go to Popeyes now, they all
Yeah, I can see that. But I gotta ask you about Trump. How you feel about his assassination attempt?
I believe the Donald Trump assassination attempt was completely staged, completely fabricated, and completely artificial. And I'm going to tell you why. Whenever there is a state execution, there's always a backup killer. JFK had a backup killer. Dr. King had a backup killer. Every time they want to take somebody out, there's a backup killer. If the first shooter missed, the second shooter hit. They leave nothing to chance. You're not going to convince me that somebody wanted to kill Donald Trump here in Pennsylvania on July 13th while Kamala Harris was downtown Philadelphia on the campaign trail. And it was a lone 20-year-old on a roof. This is what they want you to believe. A 20-year-old nerd got up on the roof with no help, no support, no comrades, and tried to take out former President Donald Trump. You know what that sounds like, Art? That sounds exactly like the story they gave us of the Dr. King assassination. What did they tell us? James Earl Ray acted alone, climbed up in the building, and shot Dr. King above a grassy knoll. And we believed that story for a quarter of a century until what happened, Art? The late Queen Mother Coretta Scott King, God rest her soul, and her children, Dr. King's children, and their white lawyer, William Pepper, sued in U.S. court and proved in court. This is official record, Art. Anybody can check it out. Dr. King was assassinated by the U.S. government. James Earl Ray had nothing to do with it. Dr. King was assassinated by the U.S. government. James Earl Ray had nothing to do with it, so much so that Dr. King's family tried to help James Earl Ray get out of jail. They knew he was so innocent, Art. They tried to help him get out of jail. But when you go to the National Civil Rights Museum in Memphis, when you go to the National Civil Rights Museum in Memphis, where Dr. King was murdered, because, you know, they turned that hotel into the National Civil Rights Museum. Best museum in the country, by the way. But when you go there, what does the Information still say in the museum, James Earl Ray shot Dr. King across the street up in that window, even though it's already been proven in court that the FBI and the U.S. military killed Dr. King. Dr. King was assassinated by a sharpshooter from the Memphis Police Department. A sharpshooter from the Memphis Police Department, and the Green Berets of the U.S. Army was the backup shooters. The Green Berets of the U.S. Army were the backup shooters. That's who killed Dr. King, not James Earl Ray. And now here they running the same playbook. Look at it, same playbook. A 20-year-old nerd climbed up on the roof and shot President Trump. And let me get this right. National Security Agency couldn't see him. CIA couldn't see him. Secret Service couldn't see him. FBI couldn't see him. Homeland Security couldn't see him. Come on, man. Y'all got satellites that could spot a fly on the ground. So you got satellites that can spot a mosquito on the wall. But y'all couldn't spot a 20-year-old nerd with a rifle on the roof. Who's believing that? And then check it out, Art. When Donald Trump allegedly gets hit in the ear, if you that close, you pop off again with a second shot. If you hit him that close, you popping off with a second shot. Why didn't he use a semi-automatic to begin with? But here's the other question. Why didn't they cover Donald Trump's head? So somebody wanted to take you out. You just got shot in the ear, and your head is still up, not because you walk down the steps with your head exposed. Come on, Art. Who do you know? Listen, if you in the hood and somebody shoot, what's the first thing you do? Duck down. In the hood, you're going to duck down. So you running for president of the United States. You just got shot in your ear, and they still leave your head exposed almost the entire time he was on the rostrum, going down the steps, and Donald Trump even stood up and put a fist and shook his fist like this. Bull crap. Bull crap. That was a state-sponsored artificial assassination attempt. And the question is, why did they do it? I'm going to tell you why I think. This is my early assessment. Somebody got the drop that the power structure was going to tell Joe Biden to bow out. Somebody got the drop because the assassination attempt was a few days ago. Biden just stepped down. Somebody in the Republican elite got the drop that Biden was going to step down. So they artificially created this assassination attempt to do what? Increase Donald Trump's popularity with the American people. This man survived an assassination attempt. How can you not vote for him? He's the people's champ. He doesn't represent the power structure. He doesn't represent the establishment. He doesn't represent the elite. He doesn't represent the shadow government. Donald Trump represents the people. If he didn't, why would they try to kill him? That was a publicity stunt for popularity because they knew Biden was stepping down and they need Donald Trump to be able to take on and win against Kamala or whoever the Democratic Party anoints in Biden's absence. That was complete publicity stuff. And now he walking around with a diaper on his ear. He ain't got a concern in the world. You see him? He using the I took a bullet for my country. That's what I took a bullet for my country. That's exactly why they did it. That was one of the best campaign stunts, popularity schemes I ever seen in my life. They don't miss when they shoot. Don't nobody miss when they shoot presidents. And also, Art, keep in mind, we only had 6 presidential assassination attempts. 3 of them was on Friday. 3 of them is on Saturday. Why is Friday and Saturday the only time you can shoot at U.S. presidents? Because the order must be coming up from a high place that we don't see.
And you made a good point on your IG Live, because I caught half of it where you were speaking on, Trump and how, they try to assassinate him. And you made a good point when you brought up Obama.
Nobody shot at him. More death threats. Barack Obama received more death threats probably than all other presidents in American history put together, and nobody never shot at him. And you mean to tell me Donald Trump, as popular as he is, gets shot at? I'm not buying it. He didn't even duck. If Donald Trump feared for his life, he would have been on the ground, Art. Who do you know still standing? Who do you know still standing up? And somebody just popped them. I'm on the ground. I'm crawling. In fact, I'm not even moving. Lay on top of me. They would have threw him on the ground, laid on him, rolled him over. He's not walking down the steps with his head up, pumping a fist. Publicity stunt. See, the problem is people don't know how thorough the National Security Agency is. They don't know how thorough CIA, FBI. They don't know how thorough. See, you got to remember now, America assassinates more heads of state than any government on earth. America kills people on the regular. They don't mess up when they do it, and they damn sure not going to mess up at all. Come on, man. Complete publicity stuff.
Where Butterhead go?
Still here.
Hey, man, that shit looked so goofy. And that nigga had Hulk Hogan, that big ass, looked like he had a fat ass paper towel on his head. Man, that shit is the goofiest shit ever.
Dog, you see the people who be waiting too, they got that shit on, like, it's like the people who got COVID tattoos.
COVID tattoos?
Man, you never seen that?
Nah.
Huh? Niggas was getting their COVID shots and shit, and then getting the tattoo like vaccinated.
What?
For real?
Are you
I
serious?
swear to God. Swear to God.
Well, I saw a license plate today that said 78 COVID, so I don't.
Lord have mercy.
I don't know what to make of that.
78.
Hey, that's a them problem.
That's crazy.
If they like it, I love it. Whatever.
And I watched that
But
shit.
no. So do you guys
I'm over
think that
here like, man, Trump, I'm over here, got motherfuckers cussing me out, and you pull this goofy shit. Like, you look dumb as hell right here. Like, now, like, this is the reason motherfuckers don't like your dumb ass. Like, that was the goofiest shit ever.
That's exactly
You should
why.
have just left it alone, bro. Like, that was the dumbest looking shit ever. He had Hulk Hogan
That's your
on
boy,
there,
though.
man. Ain't my boy now. Stop.
That's
My
your
point
boy.
is to prove that none of them, I don't fuck with none of them like that. My thing is, like I said, I don't get why they trying to force everybody. Like, you know,
You can't be
act
forced
like don't
unless
nobody else.
you let them. You ain't got to go nowhere. You ain't got to let nobody sway you anywhere. You can just stay still and be quiet. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And speak your own mind in your own space. You ain't got to sit there and be like, oh, I gotta go towards them or go towards her. No, you don't have to. All of this is a hoax.
Yeah, like I
The
said,
whole
the
government is a
president
hoax
don't
to me.
run shit anyway. It's just that
Yeah,
right there
it's
just is.
comedy.
Mm-hmm.
I sit back and I
But he
watch it like
took
a
it to
movie.
the next level when he made it WWE.
Trump-a-mania.
Yeah, that
What
was
you gonna
crazy.
do?
Oh, my
That
little
was the Trump man. He said that I almost fell out, man. Like, this cat is crazy, man.
Oh, my little Trump-a-maniacs. What you gonna do
Man,
when the Trumpster comes for you?
even when he
Oh,
went over
Lord.
there and kissed the fire helmet, like, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, you trying it now, bro. Like, you doing too much.
He always doing too much.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all forget he a reality TV star. This motherfucker ain't no politician.
Nah, he
That's what I'm
definitely
saying. Where he come from?
TV.
Like,
He
what?
definitely ain't a
They pulled this
politician.
nigga out the sky.
He came from
Okay.
the. That's why the motherfucker always say, "You're fired."
Exactly. That's the only thing we know him for is pointing at somebody and saying you're fired. That's about it.
I know that nigga from making money deals.
And grabbing hoes by the pussy.
Good for him, but what?
Grabbing them
Hey,
by the
the money deals make him be able to grab them.
I'm still stuck on $81 million that Kamala just got in the last 24 hours.
Yeah, so while that video was playing, I was actually looking that shit up. Like, technically,
she get to keep it.
No, she don't get to keep it. So after if she drop out or something like that, it either got to be contributed to like different charities and shit like that, pay for campaign debts, refund donors, or they say for like Bernie Sanders had made like 18 million in 1 year, and he dropped out. So when he ran again, he was able to use that same money for that campaign, that other campaign and shit.
So
Hey,
you can't use the money for anything personal, basically.
well, okay. Well, unpersonally, I feel like she should give it to. Shoot, I need reparations. Okay.
You took the
I
word.
didn't personally
I couldn't say it
perform anything on nobody's field, but at the same time, I know, I need something. Cut that check.
So did y'all ever was y'all hip to the fact that or ever hear that in Kamala's religion, man, this is throwing me off. This is echoing. But did y'all ever hear that in her religion, they if they marry a black man, they'll get like disowned and shit by their family.
Indians?
Huh?
You said Indians?
Yeah. Like I can't remember which one. I think it's her dad's side. When Omar was just talking about her, like she couldn't find a black man, it was like, yeah, that's
her
why.
dad is Jamaican.
Where her mom then. I don't know, one side of the Indian side or whatever, you know what I'm saying? They don't, that's part of their religion. They don't fuck with black people at all. Like it's a racist thing where they have these little statue things or whatever, and they got certain people on it, and black people is like at the bottom of it. And they don't they don't fuck with black people at all.
That's sad.
Yeah, they don't fuck with black people. She'd get disowned by her family if she was to marry a black man.
But her mom married a black man.
Who?
Kamala's. Her dad is Jamaican. He's black.
He's something else though. He's something else too. You know how he
Jamaican and Irish.
technically Jamaican, but because he was born there, it's like kind of, black white people to be in Africa and shit. You know what I'm saying? That's not the religion or whatever. However that go. I can't remember. It was a while back when I heard about that type of shit, that whole situation. But I know that was something that was, you know what I mean? They can't marry black
Man, that girl is brown. Okay, that means she black.
Because the daddy was
And
definitely
if she
married
ain't
to
black,
his
she
mom.
colored. And it is what it is. We don't care what her parents are, just like she don't care who our parents are. The girl she black. Whatever.
I mean, to us, we'll look at her like that. That's how she got in the office, but she don't feel the same way. That's why
Well, that was
she
her
gonna
whole,
look out for the
campaign
Indians. Like
thing when she
Umar
was
was just
running.
saying, that's why she gonna take care of her people, the Indians and shit. She ain't gonna fuck with us like that.
She ain't about to take care of them. They took care of already. Them motherfuckers get the craziest tax breaks ever. Them motherfuckers come
They
over
don't
here.
pay taxes.
Exactly. They great.
Wait, what race is this where they ain't gotta pay taxes?
None of them, I don't think. Just
They get a tax break for like a certain amount of years and shit.
Yeah, for so many years. Just like the Arabs when they come over.
That's why they come. That's why they come and they go back and they swap out. Like then their cousins will come over and take over their stores and shit like that. That's why they operate like that. And some of them stay long enough and get their citizenship or whatever, but you'll see them.
They got a little crafty on them, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Just a little bit. They got a little crafty.
It's just like you ever noticed that like a bunch of Arabic stores end up catching on fire.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Think about it. Do the knowledge on it. After once it's about time for them to start paying tax. Oh, you light a match, you blow a joint. blow it. Let me cash out.
Or like I said, they'll go back and then they'll have some new cousins or some shit to come in and run their store. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And
the
they'll
store
be
be
here
bigger
for
and
a set
better.
amount of time. They just keep passing it around where it's able to keep the same name and all that shit. But that's how that shit works. The next thing you know, it'll be the same family. You will see them motherfuckers working in this store. You go to another store. It's, hey, what's up, man? Like he was at the, you know what I mean? He was just working at another store where they really own like 4, 5 stores and shit.
On the same block. Ain't that crazy?
Yeah, so it really ain't no competition. It's all going to the same pot. You just got the illusion
Yeah.
that it's competition.
A big old monopoly board.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Whoa, that was super loud. This is what I was talking about with the presidents. Dang, what
Shit,
happened?
we've been on here for a long little bit.
Yeah, this is my first time doing something like this. I quite enjoy it.
This
Yeah.
pound. I thought you was somebody new.
Ah!
you done switched up the flick. Thought you was a
Yeah,
new
look at
person.
her.
You
Look at how
hopped
she
in,
looking
right?
over there.
Yeah, she getting
put
used
one
to
on
it,
there. I
right?
had to put one
She all
You ain't-
jazzy and over
You
there.
ain't
She
got
getting
fly
used to
right
it.
quick, right?
I just
Yeah,
had to put one.
yeah, she getting used to it.
Yeah, I'm fucking with it though.
Yeah. Is that my mic echoing? Might be. Yeah, let me check my mic. Yeah. Testing.
You got it, bro?
Yeah, I see what's going on. One second.
I was really agreeing with Umar this time, man.
Yeah, we know.
Agreeing with Umar this time, man. He was saying today, like just irritating.
He said, "Nice to see females on the panel."
Yeah, you got to come back tomorrow if you ain't doing that.
I sure will.
I don't know what the heck happened. But are you still alive over there?
Actually, I'm over here, feeding my face.
Oh Lord, what you eating good?
Some sunny side up eggs on some potatoes.
Sunny side up eggs. You said I'm having breakfast for dinner.
Oh, that's why you was quiet.
I had to come down here and get something to eat real quick. I'm high as hell. And I ain't got to
It was
get up.
nice meeting you, Pound Cake.
What'd you say?
I said it was nice meeting you, girl.
It was nice meeting you too. Can't wait to do it again. What's
Yeah,
the
for
topic?
sure.
Just seeing what we going on in the world. The world,
Oh.
you everything to talk about.
All right.
From Salinas, who claims to have made a major discovery about President Obama. She and her grandfather say that President Obama is related to all but one U.S. president. We get more tonight from Action News reporter Felix Cortez, who's live in our Salinas newsroom.
Well, Dan, the youngster spent the summer, really all summer, tracing the family tree of our presidents. Her conclusion that all the presidents
Motherfucker ain't got no sound.
Y'all hear?
No, I don't hear
it went out.
Hold on.
all the presidents before him, with the exception of one, are related. and descendants of a former king of England.
No, they are all cousins
and
they're grandsons of John Lackland.
Davigno says she spent countless hours on the internet over the summer researching the lineage of our presidents, a project that started with her trying to trace her own family tree.
But I'm the first historian to do all the presidents. I'm very glad I got this done, and I think it will turn out to be a success.
The Monte Vista Christian 7th grader has written President Obama to tell him the presidents before him are his cousins. She hopes to present this family tree chart personally to the president. But Bridjan has her skeptics, including this reporter. Her biggest supporter and firm believer that Obama is a descendant of a former king of England is no doubt her mother.
If you have a child and they 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 have a child, all we're saying, all she's saying is this guy is the great, 25th, 27th, depending on what line it is. He created all this family. So do I believe it? Yes. It's hard, but it's true.
Well, Mom said it. Hard to believe, but you got to give the little girl an A+ for at least trying to do that and trying to accomplish that feat. And by the way, Bridjan has concluded she's the 11th cousin of President Obama. Dan,
all right, very good. Thank you, Felix. So who is the one that President Barack Obama is not related to, according to the 7th grader? Martin Van Buren, 8th president of the United States, first U.S. president born in the U.S. Van Buren was a widowed farmer and tavern keeper from New York who helped form the Democratic Party, served one term as president. His ancestry is Dutch, and according to the Salinas 7th grader, all of the other presidents are of English ancestry.
Why did that family tree look like that CERN set? You know CERN, right? It looked like CERN. I'm over here like, what is this big old wheel doing over here? That don't look like a family tree that I ever made.
Ever.
Like, what is this?
You need to go ride a bike.
Hey, he said all summer, go ride a bike. She needs a better hobby. Because I'm thinking the same thing. Like, what?
What is this circle here? Like, what?
It was over when the mom started talking, and his grandma, and his mom, and his mom, and his mom, and his mom. Like, what?
But Van Buren, he's out of it.
So Obama related to all the presidents?
Except
for Van Buren.
That ain't a coincidence, man, that all the presidents is related. It's like you gotta be.
So Trump is his cousin.
Uh-huh. They can, yeah, he come to the cookout.
Oh
Yeah,
man.
absolutely. Him and his little orange toupee. They all come.
Around this motherfucker with a pad on his ear.
Mm-hmm. Obama handed him some gauze.
Oh, maxi on his ear too. He makes sure it's nice and big, and they only nip the tip of your ear, nigga. Why do you got that big ass bandage on there? Looking for
sympathy. He extra.
That shit was strong. That nigga ear would have been gone.
That nigga was just mad they messed his fucking hair up. That's all this about.
He got shot by a rifle like that. That ear would be gone.
They said it was the projector glass that cut his ear. It wasn't even a bullet.
Projector
I
glass.
don't think it was anything. Now that's just an unpopular opinion, but I really don't think it was it. Man, what? Security wasn't securing. It was people laughing in the crowd. Nobody was scared.
Even sound like
it was a random scream. Like, where did that come from?
I was tripping.
There's all types of weird actors out there in that crowd.
Somebody in the crowd behind them got down and nothing. They're just still standing up looking like, dang, what's going on?
Yeah, everybody was.
Because it was staged. They sacrificed boy. They like, he a nerd. Let's see if he'll die for his country.
It wasn't adding up.
Yeah, that was that Spirit Halloween movie blood.
Movie prop blood, exactly.
They popped that ketchup packet on his ear. I was like, okay, stand up.
Right. Because what are you supposed to do as a security guard or even whatever, Secret Service? You're supposed to vacate that person out of there. And what they do? They huddled around him for a second, and he pumped his fist like fight, fight, fight.
That was crazy.
And then they skedaddled out of there after that. I'm like, what took y'all so long to get that man out of there if he was just in so much danger? That don't make sense. Hey, that's how he looked too. That's how he looked too, Ty. Look. Yeah, he looked just like that.
That big. That was crazy.
That was just a taxi pad, an overnighter.
Man.
You said a maxi pad.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
That man's toupee ain't move an inch. That's how you know it's staged.
No, the top was messed up a little bit.
It was just a little bit.
Yeah, it's combing.
Oh, he'll be all right though. He fine.
Yeah, maxi pad is crazy work. Dang, we hit a subscribers, y'all.
Say what?
I said we hit 1,000 subscribers in less than
Woo! Let's clap it up, y'all. Yay!
Right.
That's sweet.
Party over here. Okay then, bro. You got it.
Less than a month.
I'm happy for you.
Hey, I agree with that's what I was about to say too. I think I did say that the other day. Like I didn't know you had that much blood in your ear and the cartilage in your ear.
Dude, that's what I'm saying.
Oh shit.
I'm with pound cake. That had to be a ketchup packet.
Man. Pop that as soon as he went down. All right, go ahead, bust it.
Yep. Hurry up, open it. Smash it against my eardrum right there. There you go. Make sure it drips.
And imagine motherfucking protecting a motherfucker like that. I'm not taking a bullet for you, nigga. Oh, hell no. This shit is all on you. Nigga, they ain't mad at me. They mad at you.
But you said I'm getting fired that day. I ain't jumping out.
But that's what they signed up for. They get paid to do it.
Nah, fuck
Well, at least
that.
they supposed to.
Fuck that.
That's crazy. I ain't jumping.
And did anybody get fired? That's the thing.
No,
Everybody still got their job.
The lady head of the Secret Service, she stepped down.
Probably because she knew what was going on and she didn't want to have to sit there and tell everybody, like, listen, this was just all a little play. It was a play.
Man, listen, no, she had to step down because she told him, we not watching that nigga. Fuck him.
Oh, you think she?
Hell yeah, they got the little tip. They like, oh, somebody on the roof. Well, somebody on the roof. All right. It goes security shit or nothing.
How did no one see anything though? That's the crazy part until it happened.
Yeah, they got a tip. Somebody real suspicious when they kept walking.
Butter and Ty. Y'all
Okay.
Y'all hip to the they re-indicted little Boosie on that gun charge.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's salty too.
Yeah, they ain't gonna fuck around, throw him under the jail.
Man, he did all the motherfucking Vlad interviews. I hope he got horns.
Man.
He got frequent flyer miles on Vlad, right?
Man, that nigga stay on Vlad.
Right. I think that's how he paying the mortgage on that big ass house to do Vlad interview.
Right. That's how he bought his compound.
Number one Vlad, yes.
Damn. Fuck it.
He took over for Lord Jamar, right? He took Lord Jamar's spot. He used to be on that shit all the time.
Yeah, but then after Vlad made those comments about the minister, I don't think
Yeah, it was
Logan
over with.
back
He
with
ain't
him.
been back since. He ain't
No,
fucked with him since.
He said Vlad finna be sick. Yes, he is. Cause
right.
besides Boosie, who you got?
He'll
Really
find
just
somebody.
upcoming artists, really.
Yeah, he'll find somebody.
I can't stand him.
Me either. Oh my goodness.
I can't lie. I'd be scrolling up my algorithm. And sometimes it'll be some good interviews I want to see on Vlad, and I'll be like, damn, I can't even watch this. I want to see what they're talking about.
Right, so
Yeah.
bad.
I do
I
not
think I'm
Because
gonna
you
watch
just
like
man.
maybe
you
3.
watch that shit, he's stuck in your algorithm. Every time I see it, I just put do not show this shit on my shit.
Like not
So I don't
interested.
even get
Not
tempted.
interested, but
Yep, I hit the do not what it say?
don't recommend.
Yeah, do not recommend this. I hit it every
Yeah,
time something come up about Vlad. Even if somebody mentioned Vlad this, you know what I mean? Not Vlad. I don't recommend shit like this to me. You know
Yeah,
what
he
I'm
really be talking like he know more about black people than black people. He
saying? Yeah, I
really
had to throw Adam 22 on there too, man. I used to kind of watch that shit. It used to have a certain level of. It used to be funny a little bit, but now that shit don't even be funny no more. It just make me mad.
I never really got into New Jumper, to be honest with you. Every now and then I check out the like the Adam and Wax show. It's probably been like 2 or 3 No Jumper episodes that
I ain't gonna lie, I would watch the ones with say Crip Mac, J Mang, Butter, like, you know, them type of, cause them ones be funny, but when it just now it ain't really none of them don't really fuck with him like that. So it just be cats to be trying to be super gangbangers. That shit just be goofy. And them niggas be goofy for going on there.
right.
Man, Diddy gonna weasel his way out of that shit.
You think
Said
so?
Diddy?
Yeah, I think he gonna weasel his way out of that shit, or somebody gonna kill that motherfucker.
He fuck around and kill himself, for real.
Oh my goodness.
The nigga will want to go to jail. Or that
Unalive himself.
He can have his whole way in there.
No, people gonna have their whole way with him in there.
Yeah, that take
That's
that
what
shit
he
back.
want. He put that. He went
That's
on.
what he want. He gonna be offering.
I never did like him.
Oh.
Yeah, it was something always weird about him.
Between the licking the lips and the corny ass lyrics and the fucking
Corny is
dancing
the
in the
word. Here we go.
videos. The
Real
shiny
corny.
suits.
Yeah.
Just
And then he had Mace doing the same thing, putting them shiny suits. Mace probably didn't even want to do that.
Nah, he did. Mace be going.
Nobody asked for that.
Before he got with Bad Boy, he was murder Mace, man. Mace got, he could flow. Then Diddy put him in that. So he put them all in that lock had on them shiny suits too, and they gritty.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Definitely had on the shiny suits.
Definitely had on the green and silver suits.
He ain't make Biggie put on no shiny suit.
Biggie said, fuck that.
Exactly. Ain't nobody got time for it.
Right.
He did get Biggie out the hoodies and Timbs and shit.
But you know, yeah, he was looking dapper without the hoodies and the Timbs.
saying?
He was like, when he put on his little suits and stuff, he was
He
cute.
got him out of that mode.
For a big dude, Biggie used to put that shit on for a big
Yeah, he was a fly nigga. He got him up out of the hoodies and the Timbs and shit like that.
Yeah. Coochie sweaters, silky.
He drew the line though. He drew the line like, I'm not putting that on, Diddy.
Yeah,
exactly.
that's where it stopped.
You can wear that shit by yourself looking like a disco ball.
Yeah, he was always sassy to me. Hey, but that video with fucking Justin Bieber was just creepy as fuck. I don't care.
That was kind of weird, right?
That was some creepy shit.
Weird, man.
Oh, I missed
All
it.
of them, man. The one with Fab when he
That was
shit
weird.
crazy.
That was so weird. That nigga Fab was scared to death.
Right? Like,
We partied
if
for it.
you
We
say
did.
Like we
I was
already
at
party,
your
man.
birthday party. Remember?
The party's
We
over,
partied.
man.
Nigga did
man,
like,
but
oh,
that made me
party,
think
party,
like that
nigga,
made me
party,
think like
party.
Diddy really be getting people knocked off because how you just don't say why how you don't check this dude, you know what I mean? Like
Exactly.
Like,
you know what I'm saying?
only one I heard ever stand up to him for real was 50. Like, nigga,
Yeah.
if I could take me shopping. Like, fuck you talking about?
Right.
To me, take me shopping.
Like, how do you even say that? Like, what?
You see how he justified on the Breakfast Club, like, I'm a nice guy.
No, nigga, no.
Like, 50 wasn't feeling that shit.
Ain't that much nice guy in the world. Bye.
Absolutely.
You take bitches
I
shopping.
don't know. Kevin Hart did kind of like wait. I'm sorry.
You said Kevin Hart?
Yeah, Kevin Hart. You remember when he was in the bedroom and Usher and walked in? He was like, "Yeah, we was fighting over cereal when he was a little kid and this and that, right?" And Kevin was like, and he was like, "No, don't sit on the bed." And Kevin was like, "Hold on, pause. Like, what, ain't nobody trying to sit on your bed, dude. What you doing? Like, like, chill."
Talking about you was Usher's big brother. You was damn near old enough to be his daddy.
He definitely was old enough to damn near old enough.
Right, talking about his big brother. Shut up.
The diddler, man. He was something else.
Yeah, he was.
He was out here terrorizing these. Motherfuckers waking up in cold sweats.
Man, what? Waking up, don't remember what happened.
I heard the story about he had Wale hanging off the side of a balcony because with Cassie.
Right.
Wale, oh hell no. I ain't hear about that.
He did a whole bunch.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it was bad. But his career officially ended with that motherfucking video. It was over. As soon as that video dropped, you're done. You done drug this girl.
Didn't have to toss her around like that. That was crazy.
Somebody. Imagine that, man. You getting bullied by a nigga that's in the alphabet gang. Bro.
Man, okay.
You silly.
He was out here bullying these
Y'all
niggas,
think he took down Meek Mill?
You said we believe it?
Yeah, that nigga.
Oh, I definitely believe it. I believe it.
Meek was
as a grown ass man that's in my 30s, I'm not going to a party dressed like another grown ass.
I was
man.
just about to say that. I'm like, I don't know how
then I'm
much
going
you
home
know
and change.
him,
One of
but
us gotta leave.
would y'all wear the
We're
same
not
shit?
coming to this party dressed alike from head to toe, man. Like we
not head to toe, bro. Like we twinning, he's still twinning with a nigga that ain't even his twin. That's crazy.
Like a couple.
I'm not dressing up like my real twin after we hit a certain age. Once we get old enough to start dictating what we want to wear, like that shit is over when we hit school with 5, 6 or something like that. Like, Mom, I don't want that. I don't want to wear the same shit as this nigga all the time.
In the video when he was in the pool and he like, you doing that, daddy? I see you doing that.
When he start calling niggas daddy and that kind of shit, I'm like, yeah, this nigga all the way gone, man. He burnt out. He all the way creep show.
Oh shit. Nigga Meek was smiling and shit.
Nigga got the bouncing around like bunny rabbits. He's still doing all kind of weird shit, man. Meek, he lost it.
Yeah, he lost it now.
Ain't no coming back for me.
It's over with, man. He done been you know how they say when you what's that? That was tragic, bro.
Wait, talking about Burbank.
Yeah, that was tragic. That nigga been through a what's that shit called, man? That fucked him up for life. Like he did that to a lot of people.
I heard did y'all ever hear that Will Smith mixed with Meek Mill that he did the R word Meek Mill? Yeah, I heard that.
He messed with him. He terrorized him, man. He terrorized what's the boy from Empire, Bashir Gray?
Yeah,
that's why he.
He
Yeah,
out.
well,
He been out here
No, but shit,
traumatized.
Ray.
Meek been traumatized, bro. That nigga ain't never gonna be right, man. He done had some traumatizing experiences, man. That nigga got the bounce. When I seen him do the little
the
bunny
bunny
hopper
hop.
shit,
Yeah.
Bunny
like
hop
yeah,
on the
like
tennis court.
yeah, like oh man, this nigga just stop
Did y'all see the
rapping, all of that, man.
like
He
lost
need,
his girlfriend when his celly left?
Mm-mm.
When his cellmate,
yeah, he said that. That was wild.
man, it kind of feel like you lost your girl. Like what?
Bro, he said that like that was the
That's a weird flex.
he could have tried to figure out some other kind of way to say that, man.
The
Like
way
it was like, when the school be over, you miss your friends, you don't like school, but when school over with you, you know what I'm saying, you kind of miss it. Something he could have came up with something better than that. Then when my celly leave, it's like my girl, I broke up with my girl. Like, what the
yeah.
fuck is you
Oh,
talking
wow.
about? Like, you lucky your celly ain't here. You see that bullshit.
Like nigga, what is you saying?
Unless Sally was his
Thinking we
girlfriend.
a couple in this bitch.
That nigga done lost his damn mind.
Yeah, Birdman's card been pulled. He been kissing Lil Wayne for a long time now.
All them niggas low key was good. Kissing and lap
They
sitting.
got an old 106 in Park interview when they asked Birdman, "Do you be kissing on your fans or some shit like that?" And the nigga Lil Wayne was like, "No, I'm the only one he be kissing."
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that. It
Yeah, I
was
remember that.
I was like,
Yeah, it was.
"Oh, okay." Sheesh.
Birdman is just like a weird, demonic dude, man. He was having his little brother do hits for him when he was younger. Remember, he went and got paid to get Wayne some fellatio when he was like 11 or 12 years old. I heard Wayne tell the story. He said, "Yeah, I was scared to death." And baby had these girls in the crib, and he was like, "Hey, come in here and suck Lil Wayne." And they just all stood around watching. Like that's some pedo.
Right, I saw that one.
Creepy.
Yeah, that's some pedo stuff, man. This
Yeah.
little dude, 11, 12 years old, and you wanna pay a grown woman to give him fellatio and watch it.
And watch it. That's crazy.
That's you know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
It's
But you
weird.
know what? Boosie did the same thing with his son.
He sure did.
I doubt if he stood around to watch. His son was 14 or something when he
That's
turned like
gross.
14 or something. And this son
Freaking gross.
but he asked for it. He won. He was game. Like he wasn't scared and shit. That's what he wanted to do. I'm not saying it's cool or nothing, but
yeah.
But
to
you
force
as
a
a
kid
father
that's
though, would you stand
11,
around and just watch your son?
exactly. That's what I'm
That's
saying. You
weird.
will
My
let
kids
the
ain't even
beat.
about to be getting busy in my house. First and foremost.
First of
Man.
all,
First and
nigga,
foremost.
you gotta learn how to earn this one. That's your first shot. You gotta you gotta earn it, bro. You know what I'm saying? You can't. Hell nah.
Just say you
I
gotta
think it
talk
be
your
that.
way up on him. You can't start off.
Yeah, you gotta learn how to.
You
You know what I'm
can't pay
saying?
for it off the bat.
Yeah, I can't just give you the fish, nigga. You gotta go fish. You gotta learn how to do that on your own. That's crazy.
Oh, man,
That's that
If it
shit. But
wasn't
see,
for
that's that
celebrities,
shit
I
that
wouldn't know how
that's the
weird the
shit
world
that
is.
that's the shit that I done heard, I guess, that make that's the shit that'll probably have these cats go the other way. Cause you done made it traumatizing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So they think that ain't cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? When
Scared of coochie now. They don't even want none.
yeah, they don't yeah. They scared of it. You know what I'm saying?
They had the big grown adult coochie, not the little small teenage coochie. Put some miles on it. They don't want that.
That ain't cool.
Yeah, that's all bad for an 11-year-old. It's all bad.
Yeah, that's wild. That's nasty work.
Yeah, there's a lot of little nasty celebrities around here.
Jim Jones said it happens to him too. Shit.
Mm.
That's why he won't marry Chrissy. That bitch done got down on one knee.
He been traumatized too.
Like,
He really wanted to play for the other team, huh?
He said he good.
The Jim said he was kissing his mom or his mom said she was
Yes, his mama taught him how to kiss.
That's
Yeah, I forgot about that. I heard about that. That was
She tried to explain it like, no, I wasn't kissing him. I was showing him how to hold his lips. Like, nah, man, no. He gonna have to learn that shit on his own.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin Gates was over here talking about he was messing with his cousin and stuff.
Who, Kevin?
What?
He did. He married his cousin, didn't he?
Yeah.
I don't know what he did, but it was nasty when he said it.
He all the way gone though.
He's
That
sassy.
nigga a weirdo.
He is very much a weirdo.
He all the way. Ain't no help for him, bro.
And every time that nigga raised his, I think he's going through something.
Said Kevin Gates scares me. The comments are funny, man.
I think you kind of got to be a weirdo to be in the industry, man.
I think so. I think that's part of the deal.
Yeah.
All them motherfuckers that was one hit wonders, them motherfuckers said they wasn't on that shit. And they got to
think
think about
it ended up being one hit wonder.
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong with being a one hit wonder. You got your little coins and you got up out of there.
Hell yeah, let me get this little couple $100,000 or whatever and find something else to do. I'll see what y'all
Right. And
I'm
then
out.
sucking nobody dick. No.
Whoa. Oh. I gotta put my earpiece in the other ear.
Oh my bad.
Oh man.
Oh yeah, my mouth crazy, y'all. I'm sorry. Y'all gotta let me know. I'm doing
No, it's all good. It's all good. Oh man.
That's crazy. That nigga, man.
Well, I gotta go, you guys. I gotta get up in a little bit.
Cause she's just 115 over there with y'all, huh?
Yeah.
For real. We've been on this joint for 3.5 hours.
Hell yeah.
3.5. What's your thing? Tomorrow, same time, same place, but 9:30 y'all time?
Absolutely.
To me.
All right.
What's up, y'all? Y'all
Talk to
take it
y'all
easy,
later.
man.
All right, have a good night.
All right, peace, y'all.
Bye, y'all.
Bye. Peace.